Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing.
Like a diamond from gold. Maybe you are something I cannot define. Maybe you are the fallen kind. I lay in bed with violence, the silent side of me. We see where fire starts to breathe. When I would lay in silence, the voice inside of me made me use my mind right.
We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down.
I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
Turn toward me and look so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie. And underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. Silent border, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. Silent border, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild.
Saving some.
but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
cracking.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. Where am Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been a year and now I'm living on the line. It has been a year and now I'm thinking what's mine, that I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. hate my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out.
There are only a few seconds to close this round. A headshot! Nice! Fist bumps go to the teammates.
I wanna hear your go, go, go. Make them feel your smashing blow. Win the round. Rise to fame. Hold the ground.
Pretty much. They play, you win.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Epic League. It is time for our most exciting game of today, in my opinion. Now, Spirit versus Navi. This one is going to be a banger. My name is White, and I'm here joined by Sneaky Vicky.
And it is an absolute pleasure to be back with you. We had a bit of a longer break after that last match, as VP did, of course, 2-0 Entropiq. We're going into, arguably the spiciest matchup of the day. We've got Navi versus Spirit, as you've already introduced. And Navi, they've not looked as good as Navi in the past. On the flip side, Spirit have looked one of the best they have this year, probably ever, as the Spirit organization. They're looking to make it to yet another major. They're looking to make a name for themselves, whilst also trying to deny Symbol his chance at even qualifying for a major after trying to win one for so many years with this Navi roster. Yeah. He's been on the roster since 2016. He's had countless opportunities at majors, but I don't think, honestly, he's ever had the right team behind him at Navi. This is the first time they've sort of had a really real shot at taking a major. Yeah. And like 2018, I don't know what happened there. It was a bit of a fluke. At the same time, Symbol was just grinding the hardest he ever has. Just his team weren't the right fit in that grand finals, and Astralis walked on over them. And as we get to the sort of latter stages of a major qualifier here, they're in the lower bracket, which I don't think anybody saw coming this early on.
Yeah. And you're also saying Spirit are looking the greatest that they have been looking in a while, and I have to agree with you on that. But when they do go up against a Titan team like Gambit, they do crumble really badly. I mean, 16-6 on Dust 2 and 16-2 on Terrain against Gambit. So Gambit just ran over them. Now Navi, on the same level as Gambit. Now Navi, of course, in the beginning of this tournament, or well, the beginning of the playoffs, weren't looking too hot, especially against Akuma. So we are going to see how they will do against Spirit right now, but we do have the map veto ready for ourselves, and we have some nice things. Now, Navi are going to be banning Vertigo. They're insta-ban. No, actually, they're going to be banning Overpass. I'm sorry, I was reading into Vertigo is actually their insta-ban, but it is also the insta-ban of Spirit. So Navi are going to be like, wait, guys, it's your insta-ban as well. Why should we ban it then?
Wait, no, this isn't Spirit's Instaban. This is Spirit's best map. Spirit have played it 5 times with an 100% win rate. On the flip side, it's...
I'm all wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say I am surprised that Navi don't ban Vertigo though, because Vertigo is their instant ban, and
No, Spirit is Vertigo. They don't play Vertigo.
Spirit-
What do you mean?
do neither of them? Okay, neither of them play Vertigo. Neither of them play Vertigo. We're just miles out in the ballpark here. We could see an upset pick of Vertigo here. I would love to see an upset pick of Vertigo here. That would be quite something. But instead, Spirit will ban Train, which is, of course, a brilliant map for Navi. They now have an 100% win rate in the past 3 months, as their only loss has expired. Mirage, I think that's an interesting pick for Navi, bearing in mind they lost 16-2 on it recently. Spirit picking into Dust 2, that's a great map for them. 11 played, 82% win rate, but Navi only have a 40% win rate over 12 games on Mirage. This is a very weird map pool for Navi.
Yeah, and I'm still a bit confused about Vertigo because both of these teams don't play it whatsoever. But Nuke is going to be the cider map, and that is going to be looking a bit better for Navi. But all of these maps could go either way. But I do feel like this is going to be looking a bit better for Navi in general. One, because they're the better team. And two, I mean, the maps just look good for them in the end as well.
Well, you say that, but having their map pick as Mirage, that's baffled me. Especially after what we've seen recently. Like, that's absolutely crazy. I think... I see you're chuckling away there.
No,
though.
I'm just confused why Spirit didn't pick their best map Vertigo.
Oh no, I said Overpass. I meant to say Overpass. Was
No,
Spirit's
you
best
threw me
map.
under the bus while I was right.
I'm sorry. Overpass is Spirit's best map, not Vertigo.
True.
Overpass with it's been picked 5 times. Yeah, that was my fault completely. White, I would like to apologise.
No
I
worries.
threw that veto. I threw that veto harder than Navi did
It was
with a
going
Mirage
good.
pick. But yeah, Mirage is also Spirit's worst map. It's been played 6 times with a 33% win rate, and yeah, it's a pretty convincing ban there for Navi. I understand why they went for Vertigo, went for Overpass, as Overpass is Spirit's best map pick. What even is maps anymore, man? NA casters, yeah. Cheers, lads. Apologies, that's on me. That one is on me. It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yeah, I do believe I did say Vertigo in the beginning when the pick was going in, or the ban, but it was because I was thinking about the fact that Vertigo is the insta ban for both of these maps, and because I was thinking so much about it, it came out of my mouth. I was like, no, what am I saying? But yeah, in the end, the veto is gonna be going great, and we'll be seeing what will happen on those maps pretty soon, of course, because we are looking to go into the game in a bit. But first, more about these teams.
Yeah, as I said, Mirage is a map pick for Navi. I'm not particularly happy with that. Dust 2, though, that should be a good map for Navi, even though it is Spirit's pick. Going into our final map of Nuke, that could definitely be a very exciting game if we get here. I do think that Spirit could take Navi's map pick, and Navi could take Spirit's map pick here. I don't know. I think it's going to be a 2-1. I do think it's going to be a 2-1, a very interesting fight here. But White, you look like I think you said to me already that you thought 2-0 to Navi.
Oh yeah, I think Navi are gonna step up. This is the lower bracket Navi. This is no longer the upper bracket Navi. This is lower bracket Navi that we're watching right now, and I believe they are gonna come out ahead quite dominantly, as they did against Forza, because in that game, first map, ended up going 16-11, not as one-sided as one would think, especially for it being Navi's map pick. But then we went into Mirage, 16-4, easy peasy for Navi on the map pick of Forza. Now, Forza and Spirit, I would think they're like very close skill-wise in this league. I think even, Spirit would be a bit better though.
Yeah, I'd say Spirit are a little bit more challenging than Navi, and you did say that they lost badly to Gambit. You have to remember they also 2-0'd Gambit in the group stage, so Spirit has a lot more behind them than Forza, who, I'm not going to say they had an easy ride, but it was easier than Spirit for sure. So I don't have the stats for me for Forza at the moment, but they didn't have to play any team in the top 10 except Virtuspro, who admittedly they absolutely demolished. But yeah, they beat them 2-0. Virtuspro came back to beat them 2-1 later on. Spirit, on the flip side, the fact they were able to 2-0 Gambit, and that they 2-0'd everybody in the group stage, just, puts a bit of momentum behind them, a bit of wind in their sails. They do lose 0-2 to Gambit, but Gambit had time to prepare for them again. And Navi, I know you've already said that they've had time to prepare themselves. They're looking better than when they went down against Akuma. But yeah, I don't know. I still don't think we're seeing the full Navi just yet.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see the full Navi going into this game. That would be incredible. And also, they're definitely going to need to, because otherwise they will be knocked out of the tournament, which would be quite the upset. As I think everyone was expecting a Navi Gambit final. I think that was a
Still
sort of general
possible.
consensus here. And it is still possible. You are right. I'm still backing the boys of VP. Come on, lads. You can do it again. You've done it before in IEM. But, well, we are going to go straight into the pist around here. And it is Boomich down towards middle already as Navi start on the T side.
Yes, they do indeed. Now, Team Spirit, Magic's right here. Going to be holding down short, finds the headshot on the Boom, but just going to try to find what's going on in the B apartments. But oh, the timing not really good on the turn right there. Navi currently in full control of the B site, so they will be able to put down bomb down. Does look like they will be looking for some frags. Bit here together with Electronic. Gonna have a crossfire, but they have to find all the frags right here because they're playing quite aggressive once one trade comes in. But
oh, no.
Bit is gonna whiff. Simple though with the P250. He's gonna find two right here. 1 versus 3 for Simple. Can he do this? No. Mir is gonna run over him, and that will be the first round won by Spirit and Navi. Besides Simple, not a lot of headshots.
Yeah, that was a horrible whiff from Bit there as well. They had a perfect crossfire between him and Electronic. Electronic gets swung by, I think, 2 people at once, so he goes down pretty quickly. But the fact that Bit, after about half a mag on the Glock, can't beat out a USP, that's worrying. Simple having to do it all again. Well, he can't. It's just too many of them this time around, and Spirit pick up the first. And look at that heavy investment. 4 M4s already.
Yeah. Simple on that AK. I want to see what he can do with this. He has been looking a lot better than he did against Akuma in his recent matches. So Simple here will be looking to find those kills currently. 2 people around B. And that's going to be Magic's and Mir. Magic's has been absolutely great so far. I'll be spraying, hoping that someone is going to be there, but Magic's going to find the entry onto Perfecto, showing us why I did just say he's been great. Now, Navi in a 4 versus 5. It's all going to be up to Simple.
Yeah, Simple with that hero AK as we brushed over. Needs to desperately find a couple of entries here. Especially as there's just so many rifles on the side of Team Spirit. I don't think Navi are going to anticipate 4 M4s. I mean, obviously, Spirit are going to buy into the next round, but only 1 SMG. That's such a rarity, I feel. There's at least 2 or 3 under normal circumstances, or a FAMAS rather than an M4. But no, they've just gone ham on this buy. And it's looking very worrying for Navi, especially as Simple is taking things so slowly. 35 seconds, Simple hasn't found a frag on the AK. And that is about to change as he rips the head off of Magic. So now the B bombs they execute come straight back on in. Mir finds Electronics in the apartment. The bomb gets dropped. Boomich comes in to trade. And now the 3 versus 3. The bomb will get denied, but Simple is there to pick up the pieces. Can he find another one? It's now the IGL has left to plant the bomb.
This is looking like vintage Simple at this point. 2 versus 2, but Navi got a bit of an advantage right now. But oh, Chopper is going to come in, finds a kill to Simple. Boomich now in the 1 versus 1, and Dexter comes out ahead, finds the headshot, and with that finds a second round for Team Spirit. Simple 2 frags in that round, Boomich the other 2, but that wasn't enough.
No, it just wasn't enough by the IGL. He finds the SMG player. Odds still do favour Navi here, though. 1.60 to the 2.25. That's not a massive odds difference. We've seen a lot worse, especially when Navi went up to 10 against Akuma. But if you do want to get a bonus on your first deposit, then why not click on the banner down below in the description. It's got a nice picture of Cold Zero on it. It's very hard to miss. And if you do want to spice up these games by throwing a bit of your own money on them, then why not do it with Parry Match. But please do remember, ladies and gents, to gamble responsibly. As Boomich now looks to create some space towards the middle, and his team stack up towards the apartments. This is looking like a B split here, but Boomich will have to make it down middle in order to split B in the first place.
Simple They're throwing a flashbang towards B to announce their entrance, as you will. Magic, though, with the MP9 finds the entry. Electronic with the Trado. And Mir, in fact, simple down as well. Oh, Electronic been absolutely great in this round, and also great lately. A huge part of Navi's recent success, but now gonna find his third kill. Boombich on 100 HP, but Electronic spraying in there. Gonna throw a molly, but Boombich has to cross. He's gonna have a smoke, but isn't gonna throw it there in front of his cross. That is interesting because Chopper is holding on, and Boombich is gonna find a kill. Sumda Young with a trade, but you would have thought that Boombich would have used that smoke to cross there.
Yeah, I don't know why the hell he doesn't use it to just cross to the bomb site. That is baffling decision-making by the IGL. Electronic, though, that's a risky plant and a half. He times it perfectly, but that peak, that swing, a little less so. Oh, and it had to have been Electronic to find a 4K in round number 3. It's just not going to happen. Sung Dae-young doubles up. And well, that's Team Spirit pulling ahead with a third, and Navi have been bullied in these first couple of rounds. They've made them so damn close. Boomich, poor decision-making twice in a row. Well net in Spirit picking up the double, 3 rounds in total.
Yeah, 3 rounds in total indeed. Navi are going to be able to buy once again. They're, of course, on that T side, so maintaining your economy a little bit less difficult. Now, Spirit, I mean, when you look at their money, they could still get absolutely denied in this round. They lose this one, it's gonna be back to the pistols. Or perhaps the Ford Eagles and a scout. Now, Boombich, AK towards short. Mir is standing there. Oh, timing. Boombich is gonna find that crisp headshot onto Mir. We're even gonna get flashed by his own teammate. That's what the kill feed said, at least. Now simple. Looking to find someone towards middle. Perhaps hoping that the Alper is going to peek. Try to find a trade, but pretty slow round. And Mir is already down.
Yeah, I mean, Navi, if they don't win this one, things start to spiral quite drastically. They do have the weaponry advantage, with the exception of that AWP on Dexter. I think Magic spots Perfecto's barrel there, actually. It looks like he's trying to edge his way over to a better angle to deal with Perfecto here. Perfecto's not had a great time of it lately. This would definitely be a great game for him to show up into, but Sum Dae-young immediately denies. Oh my goodness, the 2K looking for a third. Bit down to just 31 points of health, and with 35 seconds left on the clock. Navi, they're running away from this B-bomb site. Let's look at Boomich. He's taken all the space on A. Chopper, though, he hears this rotation, peeks out, find Electronic jumping on up high, and now it's all down to Bit and Boomich. But Chopper, he's coming in behind the bomb carrier. It'll take just a couple of bullets to connect, and he will go down. 15 seconds left on the clock. And Boomich, why are you pushing that far? Oh my goodness, it's a drastic round from Navi. And Spirit are gifted a 4.
Oh my lord, we're on Mirage again, Tom. Remember what happened last time when they went up against the Kuma?
Oh, dearie me.
It's always us, isn't it?
It's always us with Navi. I don't know what it is. All I'm saying is this is awful from Navi right now.
Yeah, these two NA casters, one with a British accent.
Jesus.
That's one of the funniest things I've seen. They think you're an NA caster.
No, they were just insulting me. That's what NA caster means, White.
I know. But I'm trying to... You're throwing the joke under the bus here. Now, round number 5, the timeout has finished. It is currently 4-0 for Team Spirit. Still, sorry guys, I was just reacting to the buy. It's
oh dearie me.
It's yeah.
4 Deagles and a Scout is apparently where we're going to once again, which is a buy that I'm sure you've heard me rattle on about a couple of times today, or this week, or this month, because it's not a good buy. It does not work 95% of the time, and when it does work, good for you, but was it really worth the hassle? Sum Dae-young. Oh my... Oh, what? Jesus Christ, Sum Dae-young, and boom, it certainly does in this circumstances. It's now a 4 versus 5, Electronic down to 60, and 4 Deagles and a Scout does not work. I'm telling it here, again, clip it, do whatever. Doesn't work.
All right, you heard it here first, or well, second, third, probably 20th time you've heard it here from us. Now, simple. He's looking to prove you wrong. I would want to put one man on the scout. Definitely be simple. Any weapon,
If there was
really.
one man. If there was one man to prove
M249?
me wrong, it would be simple.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not the M249. I don't know. That could be interesting.
I tried maining it yesterday, and it didn't really work out that well. Not gonna lie. Now, get here. Ooh.
Oh dear.
Sumner Young is gonna find him though with the headshot. Team Spirit now in a 5 versus 3.
Nice. A good headshot there from Perfecto onto Sumdayong to keep things a little bit more even. Simple, scoping in and out like a maniac. Does find another. Electronic on the Desert Eagle finds Chopper, and now a winnable 3 versus 3. Could I be proven wrong for the first time in about 4 days, White? I would love to see it. And Perfecto, he swings in towards short. There's not much time left for the plant now. If Mir goes for the swing, that could be the end of him, though, as Perfecto holds the angle. A 2K in the round for him. Simple finding magics. Means it's all down to Dexter on the AWP now in the 1 versus 2.
Yeah, guys, see? Every time Sneaky has been saying 4 Deagles and a scout didn't work, I was always there against him, being like, but Sneaky, it works out. Just kidding, I was always so against it. Dexter now gonna fade the defuse. He's gonna find one, but gets traded out by Perfecto. And the 4 Deagles and a scout will finally work out, but yeah. We are both usually very against it.
Yeah, that is the first time this week, and we've casted, I think, 6 best of 3s, 7 best of 3s this week.
I don't even
of CIS RMR. That's the first time it's actually worked with a round win this week. And Navi, I mean, they needed to win that round. They do. This makes the first half a bit more competitive. Dexter on an AWP, whilst the rest of the Blythe Spirit is very, very rocky. Now the peeking comes for top mid. No bullets fired just yet. Boomich goes for a spam down towards the window, but it's Mir to open things up as Bit will fall in the underpass. Perfecto unable to trade, and the grenade is too late to deal any damage to him. And he's actually going back for more now. And it's Magix with a grenade onto Boomich. Dexter on the AWP to remove Simple, and now a 2 versus 5 for Navi after winning the 4 Deagle and Scout buy round.
Yeah, 2 versus 5. Perfecto here has to come up with something quite brilliant if he wants to find his round for his team. They are, of course, on the T side, known to be the weaker side. Now, the last time they went down on Mirage, I do believe they started out on the CD side. Now, Electronic seems to go towards middle. There's a player boosted up in short, though. That is Magix. Find a kill. Doesn't fall back. Maybe should have, but in the end, doesn't matter too much. Perfecto finds a kill, but now in a 1 versus 4, and Dexter gonna get a miss as well. Perfecto pretty being allowed a lot of room, but in the end, would be amazing. Well, more than amazing if he would win this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a weird round to be losing in a fashion like this. Only a single kill for Navi in round number 6. And, well, that was just, again, a very awkward round, and Navi throw it all away. I see a lot of people sort of testing my knowledge on the CSGO economy. I am aware Navi would have been able to afford a buy into the next one regardless. But it's just that very specific combination of 4 Desert Eagles and a Scout. It does not work for us very often. I'm fully aware that it can work, but I prefer to see a couple of SMGs in there rather than just the Deagles. The Scout is fine if it's backed up by a different combination. But Navi are the first people this week in a game that we've casted that have actually made the 4 Deagle Scout buy come into a round win rather than just doing economic damage to their opponents.
And to make it better, I do want to say that we started kind of not liking it whenever the CTs ended up doing that. So the 4 Deagles and a Scout. On the CT side, it mostly doesn't work. And that's exactly what Navi did. That is how they ended up making that a round win. But what we do end up seeing a lot is that happens on the CT side when their money isn't too great. And when they do that, it usually just ends up destroying their economy some more. So that's where it came from, guys. Don't you worry.
Yeah, no, it's just more of a meme at this point, and now Navi are going for the 4 Deagles and an AWP kind of thing. They do have a Tech 9 on Electronic. I mean, again, it's simple on the AWP. If there was any man to get something done with the AWP, then Well, yeah, then it would definitely be Simple. Was I correct in saying that Simple's AWP was name tagged Simple Take the AWP?
I do believe it was like Simple Take Me, and then there was it. I think it also has like the Dota 2 betting scandal meme tag on it.
Nice. We love to see that from Navi. They're embracing the meme.
332 or something? I don't know.
322.
Enough about that though. No.
Yeah.
Start.
Well, did your mic just cut out there, White? Either way, going into this one. Apologies, I lost connection with you for a second.
I was just
As we go into round number 7, though, Dexter will catch Electronic jumping out of the ramp. Will take a bit of trade fire himself. He gets tagged by the AWP, but he's not dead. And he's so formidable regardless of HP. And Chopper still hasn't been checked yet. There we go. Dexter doubles up. Chop onto another. And Simple is out of the round with his AWP. Bit, though, certainly isn't. He has a Deagle, and he's quite menacing with it. Perfecto as well chimes on in. But Bit won't be able to get the bomb plant. And with 20 seconds left, I doubt Perfecto will either.
Somebody young. I'm gonna find a final kill. Team Spirit currently up 6-1 on their CT side. Navi not out of this one just yet. Right now it is time for them to come in with a full body. No 4 Deagles and a Scout, but 4 rifles and an op. That is quite the upgrade if you do ask me. Simple, of course, on that up. Let's take a look what they can do with this one, because Team Spirit are currently in a driving seat. Dexter looking to perhaps go for an aggressive peek towards B apartments. That's exactly what he'll be doing. Gonna be holding it down, just perhaps. Could go for the push. Ooh, Dexter, how far are you willing to go? Looks like Magix is gonna join him here on the push, and Perfecto is holding this one down. Now the question is, Perfecto finds the kill into Magix. Gets down 10 HP now, the nade down to 7, but Dexter, he's in no position to push this one. Oh, smoke was used already, so if that molly bounced off the wall, it would have killed Perfecto. He stays alive, and in the meanwhile, Navi going towards his ace side. Chopper gets cut off guard, and now some die young. He may die young here.
Electronic's actually on 1 point of health at the moment, which is always great to see. It may be a... Oh no, Boomage! He's going to double up! That's a huge double from Boomage! Now all down to Mir, and look at how low 3 of these Navi players are! Less than a bullet would be enough to deal with all of them. But Mir, of course, can't know this, and it's a 1 versus 5, so regardless of the health that they're on, if they all fire at once, Mir doesn't stand a chance, and if he walks onto that A-bomb site, he has a crossfire of 4 players to deal with. That would be a Cadian-esque clutch if he was able to pull that off. But no, Mir in the meantime, he's just looking to save over his M4. He's got full armor, utility, and the defuse kit. There's no point giving this up for a near impossible retake, especially as it's only Navi's second on the board. This does give Navi a chance to breathe, though, as although it was incredibly close, that is still a flawless round for them. And, well, they're going to be pleased with that one at the very least. As Team Spirit, their economy is okay. They can buy up into this one, especially with Mir already on that M4. And there we go. We will be seeing the 4-buy coming in from Team Spirit. But Navi on the flip side, they had the far stronger buy in this one. Can they finally capitalize?
It's really starting to become time for them. Now Simple looking pretty damn confident here in middle. He's not going for the peek straight off the bat, but no one was there to peek him though. Some young right around that corner. Oh, please don't tell me he's just gonna cross. Alright. Simple. He's holding the great angle. Oh, could have spotted his arm perhaps there, but no. He didn't. And Some Young will be able to go to jungle now. The nade damage does tag Simple down to 80 HP. It's not gonna matter too much. Navi just taking control of middle, making sure that these smokes are not being used as one-ways, because in connector, that is definitely a big threat.
Yeah, the timing again there for Simple, though. The fact he pulls out the smoke as the MP9 player crosses is just so unlucky for him. Well, I'm not going to accredit all of Navi's detriments recently to timings. They have been getting timinged a lot lately against all of their opponents. But Akuma, they were just a better team. An incredible half an incredible entire game from them, in fact. Just allowed them to decimate Na'Vi, as Magix is looking to do in the apartments. He's found the bomb now. He looks for more, but Perfecto holds the off angle at the corner. Simple picks apart Chopper, and now Sum Dayoung pulls one back. 3 versus 3. He goes down to Bit. Mir also falls to Bit. That's a huge couple of frags coming through there for the young gun. And now Dexter in a 1 versus 3 looks to fall off once again.
Alright, this is starting to look better and better for Navi. Didn't want to call it just yet, because, you know, caster jinxing and all on that. But Navi looking a lot better, perhaps starting to wake up now. That's going to be their third round right now. 3-6. Definitely not a bad scoreline on the T side. Definitely still recoverable, especially when you take a look at the economy of Team Spirit on their CT side. Dexter will be able to save that up, but all the other 4 players, they have no money, Sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, this could just be the hero up play. They go for the full investment, but if they lose that round, then it's screwing themselves over in the next if they can't pull it off with just the AWP. We've seen it done, and it's definitely better to have it on the, I'd say, the CT side of Mirage and the T side, just the AWP. But I like the idea of just, well, what appears to be sticking to the US piece. They've got a Zeus as well. I'm assuming he'll be playing around Palace or Apartments. Yeah, this is definitely the best of a bad situation Spirit can make here. The fast they execute could be catching them straight off guard. They've read this perfectly. Boomich on the MAC-10, his signature weapon, it would seem, jumps into the site, and he isn't going to check behind him, but Magix whiffs every shot, and Boomich gets out of the situation just fine. They lose the orb sometime young. That was a cheeky Zeus, but it's just not going to be enough. As Chopper's last alive, he does take down Simple, but it's a 1 versus 3 for him now.
This may be a bit too much of an ask, but finds another headshot. 2 kills so far in this round without losing a single digit of HP, especially with a P250 and no armor. That is something impressive, but Bit is going to take him out in the end. Will be picking up that up, I believe, the one from his opponent or his teammate. Doesn't really matter at this point anymore. An op is an op. And Navi have their 4th now. Team Spirit will be buying up once again, but this time, Dexter, no op.
Yeah, and Dexter's been relatively crucial to the success of Spirit so far. Sum Dayoung on the rifle has been a god, but Dexter's been a close second. Without that AWP on the back of him, it could be a far more difficult task for Spirit in round number 11, as Navi, they found a bit of a resurgence. They're looking to come back into the first half of their own map pick. And, well, they're looking to prove to me why they picked this map, as I was initially very, very hesitant after their 16-2 loss. As you said, they beat another team Forza 16-4 on it. But even so, it's just not looked like a good map for them lately. It's still their worst rated, a 40% win rate after 12 maps played. Some down a bit, trade headshots. They are going into a 4 versus 4 as that timer ticks on down. Still over 1 minute and 10 on the clock, though. But Chopper, absolute nuisance, hiding behind the smoke, finds Perfecto. Will get spammed on down, and Electronic with the swing. That is perfect. Sum Dayoung, though, finds Simple, and now 3 versus 2 will continue.
Yeah, Bit. Wally into jungle, make sure that they will be able to cross, but Sum Dayoung, he doesn't care about no mollies. Just gonna run straight into it, and now Electronic in a 1 versus 3, but Mir is gonna take him out and denies him. Mir almost getting naded by his teammate there. Almost losing his life, but the op was definitely worth it. Currently 7-4. Team Spirit. Guys, please don't tell me this is once again going to be one of those games where Navi absolutely end up getting destroyed now. They, of course, still have a buy right here. They can come back into this one now. But now it's the time for Navi to shine.
Sum Dayoung already on 15 frags. We end to round number 12, though. Dexter sees ahead, doesn't quite take the shot in time. And now as the game continues on, Dexter heads towards Connector. If he can find a frag here, that would be big. And also, White, I really hope Navi are able to make this game competitive.
Yeah.
They definitely need to prove to us why they picked this map, especially after the last time we saw them on it. And also, they're fighting here for their tournament lives. Not something that we'd ever thought we'd be saying about Navi until the grand final itself. Or at least the consolidation grand final. But they've already done away with Gambit, sorry. Will they be able to do it again in the playoffs? Will they even be netted the opportunity as they have to get rid of Spirit first? We've already defeated that big red Titan.
Yeah, and Team Spirit are not one of those teams who play in Tier 2 tournaments, no. They are playing in the Tier 1 ones. This is a proper Tier 1 team that NAVI are now facing. Now, the challenge may even get more difficult. Here is going to take out Perfecto and Navi now in a 3 versus 5. Electronic holding on the jungle is kind of spot the player in the back, but doesn't quite find a kill. And Chopper right here, that is a bit unfortunate for him. Simple is going to catch him off guard, but now Navi still in the 2 versus 3. Simple going to plan to bomb, but now the timing has to be great for him now. Looked like a player from short may have catched him off guard there, but he didn't. Just in time. It's about time for the time to go. Well, for Navi, but Simple finds Dexter. Electronic takes out Sumdai Young. And now Magic in a 1 versus 2. Can he pull this one off? Simple is just going to switch to the Glock. He knows he is on low HP and finds a headshot. Third gun around in the 5th round for Navi.
I think it was more he switched to the Glock because he thought he'd left clicked and he actually didn't fire off a shot, and that became a little bit dicey for a moment. But yeah, Simple recovers very nicely, pulls off the immediate Glock headshot. And we saw how deadly Simple was in the opening pistol round. He was the only man to find any kills for Navi, and he was doing it in style with that P250. He's clearly transferred his skills over to this one as well, and now goes 10-9. And it was nice to see the dynamic duo of Electronic and Simple actually pulling around out of the hat there. They were at a man disadvantage, but they made it work. They held the correct angles, and now Spirit are back down to the pistols. There's still the opportunity for Navi to win the first half here. They just need to take it against the pistols without giving up too much. Keep their economy healthy for the last 2 rounds of the half.
Perfect. So with a nade now through the window, Simple flashing. Now that is gonna ring the alarm bell. Look at this Team Spirit rotation. Navi, they're throwing all the utility. I mean, I understand they don't know that there is only one player there, but right now the cavalry has arrived. They've all come to help out the team, and oh no, don't sit. No way!
No!
Dexter with 2 P250 headshots, currently a 4 versus 3. Now Simple is going to be peeking this, wants to make sure that the weapons can be retrieved. Magic's now no longer on the USP, has an AK-47, so Simple really has to start running away. But Electronic, he has taken control of A, so this will. I mean, I think this is going to get safe for Navi. Where am I kidding?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Sumdai Young on a USP to deny this bomb plant at the moment. And I'll be honest, I think Boomin should be fine here. He's going to smoke it off anyway. The bomb plant comes in. Electronic, that's a bit risky not holding CT. Bearing in mind, you know there's so many players on B, but it's not going to matter. He 2K sprays him down. Even with Mir having an AK-47, he gets caught up in the crossfire. And yeah, the aim punch was just too much on the swing, even though they do swing together. And now in the 2 versus 3, I think Magic just needs to save this AK. Sumdai Young, he can go for it if he wants to. He just has the USP right now. And Electronic, only 26 points of health, could be going down here. And that's a stellar headshot from Sumdai Young. Almost finishes Boomich as well. But Magic's in the 1 versus 2. Will look like he can save unless he runs into the open arms of Simple. Surely that sound cue's been given up though. And yeah, Simple isn't going to regress this. He doesn't want to throw away that AWP.
Oh.
And as a result, Navi will pick up their 6th.
Yeah, Navi, slowly but surely, starting to look like their former selves. 6-7. Team Spirit, they've been looking great. I mean, big fan of Dexter on the AWP for sure. Sumdai Young, 16 kills at 8 deaths right now.
I mean, what is it about Ukrainians in this tournament, White? Because Sumdai Young is Ukrainian, so is Simple, as is every player on Akuma. They seem to be dominating this tournament. And Sumdai Young, his stat lines are just incredible at the moment as well. He's keeping his team not quite carried, but definitely uplifted with his fragging. I think he's, 16 kills at the moment as we head into round number 14?
Well, we don't have a scoreboard right now, so we'll be able to tell you all about that later. But yeah, Sumdai Young, I think, yeah, he was at 15 or 16 kills. Did just say that, actually. Now, Chopper here in Sandwich is going to find one, but Boom, but with the trade. Down to 11 HP, though. Until the being thrown in bit is going to get the bomb down, but has to be careful. I mean, Sumdai Young Bit of smoke there. You won't quite see that he hasn't had his crosshair straight on him, but the lineup was definitely there, and Dexter is going to find a kill into Perfecto through the gap of the smoke. Team Spirit in a 4 vs 3 retake scenario. Can they make this happen right here? Simple. Currently under wood is not going to find anything, and now Bit and Boombach, they're in a lot of trouble. The bomb currently in a smoke, but Mir takes out Bit and Boombach now. 1 vs 4. It's time to run for the hills.
Yeah, that means Team Spirit have won themselves the half. Boombach doesn't want to stick around. They didn't have a defuse kit, I don't think. However, they recover things nicely, and Boombach, he may be recovering the AWP, but they can't win out the half. They're fighting for that all-important 7th round, though. And I honestly don't know what the statistics are, but I feel like Navi are better on their T side than their CT side on this map. Which begs the question, will they be able to flip things over when they head onto the defending side? Team Spirit, they're looking pretty damn good right now, especially on an individual level, which is something that Navi are lacking, especially in Bit and Perfecto, and that grenade is not going to help them with their confidence going into the final round of the half. Boombach goes with a spam, but he himself comes out worse in the engagement, and nothing looks good for Navi right now. Nothing looks convincing.
Navi are better on their CT slide with 55%. So,
okay,
if the scoreline would be 8-7, this would still be a very competitive game if we look at all of the stats. But in the end, Navi may be able to come out ahead. Now, Simple here with the AWP has to be careful. He's going to be using it like a shotgun right here. Mir on the other end here on short. He's not going to be looking to aggress just yet. But Simple wants something. Going on top of the ladder room. We'll be peeking into window. And there's someone right now, but Bit goes down. And now the question is, will Mir be hunting for this frag? No. Simple does know that someone is there. Call it a gut feeling. Now, 4 vs 4, and Navi does look like they want to go towards A.
Well, they're trapped in middle for the meantime, though. They want to perhaps go towards A, but they still look unsure. Will they be even able to clear out this bomb site? Electronic is going to try from the ramp position, and Simple, he starts things off nicely. Dexter will fall, the opposition AWPer unable to find much as Boombach holds the cross. Will they clear out Chopper's position, though? If Chopper swings this, he's going to get a freebie onto Electronic. Spams the other way, realizes that the flank is imminent, but Perfecto finds a frag. So does Simple. Mir now in a 1 vs 3 in the last round of the half. He goes for the box spam, but won't be successful. 2 players incredibly low health here, though. It's still a possibility on the retake if he finds a head of Perfecto, but no, Boombach will swing. Mir will fall, and it's an 8-7 for Spirit on their opponent's map pick. It's a very, very closely contested game so far. And if Bit is able to show up, I feel like Navi will be able to pull this over the line. But that's a big if, because Bit has not been looking great lately.
And it's all going to be down to the pistol round right now to decide who runs away with momentum. Now, a question I do have, well, not really a question for the world, really, is how are Navi going to perform when they go back to playing into the international tournaments like IEM Summer? I do believe they're a part of it. So,
yeah.
How would they go up against the other teams right now? Because in the CIS region, it may just be that they end up struggling against the CIS teams, and then when they go up against the Astralis, the Virtuspros, the Vitalities, excuse me, Virtuspro, they are playing in this tournament. But if they go up against the other teams of the world, perhaps they're just themselves, but maybe this is just mind games, CIS.
I feel like just, the regional rivalries always end up being so much more messy. I feel like if Akuma was...
Wait, Navi are not in IEM Summer.
They're not? Really?
No, they're not. Yeah.
Did they not qualify? Did they not get an invite? Or
Well, they are in Blast Spring, but not in IEM Summer. I can't tell you. I guess they just didn't get an invite?
They're going to Cologne, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Navi are going to Cologne. So let's talk about Cologne instead of IEM Summer. That's where they'll be able to showcase themselves to the world. And I was going to say, if, for example, Akuma was a European side, I feel like their strategies would be so vastly different that Navi would be better prepared for them. It's just the fact that it's all CIS. It's all it's not quite everybody knows everybody, but I don't know. I just feel like it would be so much more convincing. However, the stats are still pretty convincing for Navi right now. 1.58 to the 2.30 of Spirit. And if you do want to get a bonus on your first deposit, then why not head down below to the banner in the description. You can choose to spice up your viewing experience by placing a bet on the current matches. But ladies and gents, please do remember to gamble responsibly. We are not responsible for you losing your money, and neither are the teams, because they are trying their best.
Oh.
And so is Simple as he finds a gorgeous headshot to start things off and grabs the bomb in top middle. Finally traded out by Magix, but now 3 versus 4. They have to retrieve the bomb. Bits on the ball this time and finds ahead of Magix. 2 versus 4. Sam Young and Chopper. Oh, well, now just Chopper, as Sam Young gets his cranium bashed in by the lead of Bit.
And this is the Navi we would like to see. Well, we want to see now Chopper in a 1 versus 4, but this is going to be too little too late. Can still find some kills, but there's currently 2 players in connector, 1 going into window. This is going to be a hard one. Goes down to Electronic and Boom, but Natus going to make it 8-8 right here. And now the question is, Team Spirit, are you guys going to go for that lovely eco that is just so damn lovely? Or are you guys going to go for the force buy?
I feel like because they didn't get the bomb plant, they're just going to go for the eco here. Just the Glocks and Navi. They've got the FAMASes, they've got the Desert Eagle on Simple. He's saving up for the AWP. They've got the SMG on Perfecto. It's a decent buy for Navi up against just the Glocks. This is their round every day of the week. So for the first time in a while, they take us to a 9-8 advantage. I am speaking a little ahead into the future, though. Maybe the Glocks can pull off something incredible.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you, but Boombitch is here all alone. Could land Team Spirit a bomb plant. A nice MP9. Now, ooh, I like this. Boombitch is going to find 1, 2, 3. Oh, was that even on him?
No, he accidentally kills the last guy with a bit of a flick of the wrist as he runs around the corner.
Really?
And, well, the SMG's just farm money. Boomich will be able to drop on over to Bit. Simple should be able to get an AWP off of Boomich if he wants to in this round. I mean, the AWP is rather aptly named, and yep, there we go. The IGL throws the AWP over to Simple. Simple can either drop or fully invest into utility. And, well, he's not going to have to drop, is he? Because they got 2 FAMASes. We got the M4 and the MP9. This should be a pretty hotly contested round, though. It's 5 AK-47s versus the AWP and the M4, 2 FAMASes and an SMG. However, this is CT side Mirage we're talking about, where literally anything can happen. Simple has his eyes trained on top middle, doesn't quite catch the crossing players. Falls back to A site. Now it's Bit to deal with middle. Uses his Molotov towards underpass, and that will prevent Magix from pushing on through. He will watch the window angle, though, and I don't know if Simple will be ready for this if he decides to go for a flashy play.
It's going to fall back. Window is just so much more difficult to hold, especially ever since they added that bench. You can literally jump up there yourself. Back in the day, you had to do it from short, or you had to ask your teammate to boost you up. Now, that also feels like it was just yesterday that it got changed, but I do believe that was like a year ago. Oh well. Mir is going to find the opener onto Bit. Once again, Navi with 1 less player, and that may be 2 in a second. Magix out of connector, using that smoke to his advantage. Oh, Electronic gonna get flashed by Sunday Young, and Magix absolutely popping off right here. 3 beautiful kills and Perfecto. What you gonna do right now, my man? Magix, that was one great of him and great teamwork right there. Flashbang, a second frag.
Yeah, it was just gorgeously done there. Everything goes in the favour of Team Spirit, and they're about to win a flawless round against a force buy from Navi. And when I say force buy, I mean Boomich drops an AWP to Simple, and Simple doesn't find a single frag on it, whilst everyone else's economy takes the brunt as a result. As I said, I don't know what it is lately, White, but Navi have just not been looking like Navi. They do fine against Forza. Well, they do great against Forza. But I'd have to say that Spirit are a higher caliber team than them. And, well, under normal circumstances, I'd have no problem going, yeah, that's going to be a 2-0 to Navi. But in recent weeks, they've looked so sloppy. And I don't know if this is Navi sort of bobbing about a slump. I don't know if this is going to be something they overcome within the next couple of weeks, next tournament. But it is slowly starting to draw lines of doubt. I don't know if they're going to be able to win this series, because Spirit are fighting strong. And with them picking the map of Mirage, statistically both of these teams' worst maps, it's just asking for trouble, really.
NAVI. Magic's about to perhaps go down right here, but Mir takes out Simple. What an entry. But Electronic does find a trade, so we are still in a 4 versus 4. But yeah, the CD side economy is absolutely broken. NAVI have forced into this one. It's a huge round for both sides. But yeah, NAVI, if they get eliminated right here, that means that they have 2 weeks until their next official. And those 2 weeks, they can be really bad for your mentality in the team. I mean, it's not like they're going to go into IEM Summer a few days after this and can just mental reset. No, if they get eliminated right here in the lower bracket, they're just going to be fuming over that for 2 weeks. That result is going to be in the back of their head while they're preparing for Blast. So they just really have to get out of this one, because otherwise their slump may get more than a slump, perhaps.
Yeah, I feel like it's when teams go from playing officials nearly every day for months on end. It's like VP, they were playing officials every day for months, despite being a tier 1 team. As soon as their schedule started to slow down, they looked good for a while, and then they fell off completely. I feel like the same can be said for a lot of tier 1 teams, especially after things like the player break, because Liquid, they won a Grand Slam, they come back, and they're looking like one of the worst teams in North America. Now, Boomich, not looking too bad as Electronic doubles up with him. Mir finds a kill with a molly and swings on in, decapitates the IGL as Sum Young does the same. Bit now down to him, 1v1, and it's going to be Mir to swing on him with a 4K. That's a huge round from him. And they decimate the economy of NAVI as well as all those headshots.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Liquid also doesn't help that they lost their IGL to that Wings Club shooter. No.
We don't talk about that now, dearie me.
But NAVI, oh my lord, they're buying. It's gonna be terrible. Well, they're not so buying, because they're not gonna go for those 4 deals in the scout, they're just gonna be saving. And that is what I like to see, especially when it's this close. You don't want to go for those stupid buys, you just want to bite the bullet, go for that eco, and make sure you can come back stronger into the next, because this game is so damn close. You can see how patiently both of these teams are playing right now. NAVI gambling it all towards the ace side, because they do still hope that they can find something in this round, especially with that Desert Eagle and a P250. If they all run into the stack, you can certainly do something with this, but Spirit, they're looking to go elsewhere.
Yeah, they've already started to execute towards B. They're not going to find any resistance here, so they can just walk straight on out. Mir, he could get shot from Connector, but no, he avoids the line of fire. There's already a smoke down there. And whilst Magix does take damage from their own utility, okay, Magix goes down to 60 from their own utility. So the only damage done in this round is team damage. But yeah, otherwise, NAVI can't really do anything here but save. They don't want to give up any money to Spirit. They don't want to drop over their Deagle or their PT50, because that could come back to bite them. And that's a very, very easy round 11 for Spirit on the board. In the meantime, maybe the CTs will go hunting a rifle as their bomb timer continues to expire. I think for the meantime, they just want to stay alive for as long as possible and ensure that Perfecto's Deagle at the very least doesn't fall into enemy hands.
Yeah, and in games like these, I do have to agree with you that this map can be very T-sided, because if you are on that CD side, NAVI, oh nice, they can finally get a buy round in. If they lose this one, their economy is done, so again. Well, not exactly done, but they'll have to go for a weaker buy, pistols. So yeah, this map towards the later stages can be very T-sided, mostly because that CD-sided economy is just so damn brutal. So do you think the economy is in a good place right now? Do you think perhaps towards the CT side, a change could help the game?
Well, on a map that relies so heavily on aim as well as utility, having such a weaker weapon going into engagements is never a good sign. Electronic deals with Mir quite nicely, though. And my opinions on the economy, I feel like the fact that T's could, in theory, buy 5 AKs after the pistol round is a little bit obscene. And I don't know. I think the economy does need a little bit of tweaking. I also think that overtime should be a Jesus Christ Almighty, simple and electronic. I could tell people
They
will be
don't
asking
need
me to
money.
focus on the game for that one because Jesus Christ, those kills come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that was a solid B-side hole from Navi. Spirit get funneled into the guns, and there's nothing they can do to get out of it. And
Yeah,
I mean, Spirit's own economy, despite the loss, is looking great. They've had decent bomb plant success and just pretty well won rounds. They don't lose too many people in a lot of their engagements. Navi, on the flip side, when they're winning these rounds, they're not doing it in style. It's usually with only a couple of people left surviving at most. And you can tell just how detrimental that's been to their money game. On the flip side, Spirit still looking hungry to continue taking rounds off of Navi.
Yeah, and I mean, we're used to seeing these slower rounds, so that last round was a bit of a surprise to the both of us. Team Spirit just going rush B non-stop, and Navi holding down the line. That round was a bit of a gift right there.
Dexter's actually fallen off a lot, though. He's only 11 in 13 right now, and I don't think he's had a single frag in this second half.
Yeah, he's been in the double digits for a while now. I may be wrong with this, but I feel like he reached double digits in like round number 8 already.
Yeah, he's been in double digits since the first half. He's had a maximum of 1 kill in this second half, so he's fallen off completely. And if he can't get one here, then I do fear for his later round prospects. Instead, he eats 3 damage and falls off of the head of his teammate. And now, as that round clock ticks on down, I think Navi have the slight advantage in this round. They may not have as much utility as Spirit, but I like their positioning in this one. And also Boomage, that's such a risky swing. He misses the first man, gets caught out by the second, and now I do not favour Navi's positioning. Spirit have been gifted the opportunity to take round number 22 now.
Deep in Navi, they're still in this one, especially with Electronics positioning. Team Spirit looking to go towards his A site. And a bit surprising is that they're sending 3 players towards Palace, and that's just gonna make that position of Electronics so much stronger. Simple also looking to go towards ramp, and if Team Spirit end up going towards A, under the Palace, if Electronic and Simple stay towards that ramp.
I mean, this A split could be deadly.
Oh yeah, it could be deadly from Spirit as well, but Simple, that nade! That is not going to do as much damage as I'd hoped for, but that's still quite brutal. I know Electronic, no, stay towards ramp, my man. You were in such a great spot. But now this crossfire could be huge as well. Simple and Electronic in his crossfire against 18 seconds on the Team Spirit clock, but Electronic, yeah, the split, what? Crossfire, he just comes in and peeks, and that could be it. The Simple here finds 2. Oh, Dexter takes him out, but Electronic and Simple could have gone huge, but Electronic not very patient there.
Yeah, that round fell apart in just a matter of seconds. Electronic, he felt like he had to swing in for information because it was such a late play. But with 3 people towards Palace, as he swings on in, he gets absolutely mown to pieces. Simple is good for a double. Perhaps he could have waited for the bomb plant to go down because they hadn't actually checked his angle yet. But you know, when he sees 2 targets flying over towards him, does he really expect there to be 3 people in Palace? I certainly wouldn't. Bit, though, that's a double kill from him, and that's probably the most impact he's had all game. Dexter trades him on out, a Molotov to follow down towards... Ooh, the underpasses Chopper. Sam Dayung find a kill apiece. Now it's a 2 versus 3 for Navi. Again, they're at a disadvantage, and Simple and Perfecto, they have a lot to do on their own map pick. They're still looking pretty shoddy. Simple on the AWP, though, could be good for a couple of frags, and they are at least on the right bomb site for the time being.
Oh, yeah. Spirit showing us in that last round that 20 seconds is enough for them, so I definitely understand that they're a bit slow, but about this one, they're looking to go towards B already, though, and Chopper, I mean, he's not using the opposite shotgun, no, he just goes to the Glock. There's some better weapons you can have as your secondary with an AWP, but Glock will do just fine for him. And now, Navi with a great gamble towards B right here. It is still a 2 versus 3, and Sam Dayung is gonna... Oh, Simple! Gonna find a quick scope on the Sam Dayung. Perfecto takes out Chopper, and Dexter with a trade, but Perfecto gonna take him out. And what a beautiful gamble stack of Navi towards B.
And more to the point, what a beautiful shot from Simple. How the hell does he pull off a quickscope that fast? Navi, they pull themselves up to 11. Barely. And now it's Team Spirit with the rocky economy. Dexter goes for the hero AK buy. The rest of the squad look to play around it with an upgraded pistol. I think Navi should be able to seal this one with relative ease. I don't like this hero investment from Dexter. It hasn't worked for Team Spirit in the past. I don't see it working for them either now. In fact, it hasn't really been working great wonders for either side. I know it is just the AK-47. They will still have the money in the next to buy up. You know, that's potential util. Even so, Dexter will open up onto Simple, and my words will be eaten. Boomich and Electronic, though, they find another one each. Still a 4 versus 3 for Navi, and without that AK-47, it is just the pistols to run riot.
Here. Oh, what a pistol. Frag right here. Thanks a bit. Now Navi still in a great spot, but something young now on the farmhouse could perhaps make something happen right here. Navi once again, the right bomb site at the right time. Electronic making sure no one is chilling there in connector. Also gonna check out middle. Yeah, Navi, the longer Team Spirit don't show anything, the longer, well, the more Navi are gonna doubt the fact that it is gonna be B. You can see Electronic looking to go towards the B side. And now, Team Spirit going towards A, and Navi, they had a great stack towards A, but yeah, with Team Spirit waiting so long, they are finally gonna come here, and 2 players fell off. Boomich goes down, and now Navi, with their backs against the walls, in a 2 versus 3 Perfecto here. From the CT spawn, Electronic goes down in connector, and now Perfecto in a 1 versus 3.
He sees the
falling
foot.
apart for Navi, finds the first, and no, Sumta Young behind the boxes, a player in connector as well. Perfecto tapping away, but can't quite find a kill, and I'm gonna run out of builds. 3 builds right now in his M4, and this may be too little too late here. Not gonna find anything, and Team Spirit come out ahead in the 13th round.
If Perfecto doesn't spam so many bullets towards that AWPer and connector, he could have potentially won that round. He goes eventually for the swing onto the rifler, runs out of bullets, and that's what ends his hopes and dreams in that one. And now, Spirit with a 2-round lead over Navi. They're looking to capitalise further as look at the buy for the CTs. They fully invested onto just the pistols, up against 4 AKs and an AWP. It's not worked for them in the past. I mean, admittedly, they do win the Ford Eagle and a scout buy against all the odds. But at least they had a scout on the back of Simple then. And also, Simple, he might be going 21 and 17. This is far away from the usual performance we see from him. He's missed a lot of crucial frags that we definitely should have seen going his way, and the rest of his team not up to scratch either. Perfecto bit still not fragging greatly. Boomich missing a couple of crucial opportunities. It's been very messy all over the place, especially for Navi. Spirit have lost a couple they should never have lost either, but it's mainly just been Navi. And obviously we're overly critical of these guys because they're the second best team in the world with the #1 player in the world fighting for them. The fact that they are making so many mistakes, it's a worrying sign for them. I just hope they're able to close this map out, otherwise it could be a 2-0 to Spirit.
Yeah, Magic's now gonna throw the molly in towards the equal. Boomich is gonna burn alive. 4 versus 5. Oh, Simple. That's gonna find Murdo. Makes it a 4 versus 4. Picks up the AK-47, and something can still come out of this round. Chopper can get flashed in towards CD spawn. Bit finds Dexter. Simple takes out Magic, said Chopper with a trade, but the kill advantage is going towards Navi. They are now in a 3 versus 2. They do, of course, don't have the fuse kit. The Chopper. Sumda Young with a crossfire. Electronic goes down, and Sumda Young now in a 1 versus 2, but Bit comes out ahead. Simple takes out Chopper. That's going to be the 12th round for Navi. And I think it's time to, you know, stop looking at Navi like they're these immortal gods, and to start looking a bit more at the game, because you did take Simple like 21 and 17. That this isn't what we're used to seeing from him, but
that's fair enough.
But yeah, like 21 and 17, that's great.
That's a great score, and obviously I'm putting Simple on a pedestal, as so many people do.
True.
But Yeah, the man, he is still human, but the 3K in that round is monstrous. He pulls the team together, and they take that one in fashion, in true fashion. The Spirit now, they've got a 2-kill lead by, and they're seriously lacking in utility. Again, Navi, this is why they're the second best team in the world. They pull ahead rounds like that. It was literally just the Pistols going into it. And again, I doubted them when I guess I can't ever doubt Navi. They can win any situation when given the opportunity, and Bit finds Miz head through the smoke. Perhaps my pessimism is getting the better of me, White, as it is Navi we're talking about here on the server. Some Dayoung, though.
And Spirit.
And Spirit, exactly. Some Dayoung, 23 and 15 right now. Had a monstrous first half. Continued well into the second. Will he be able to pull something together for his team here as he aggresses towards B? And there is only the lone defender of Perfecto on an MP9.
Yeah, now. Simple here from the top of the ticket is going to be jump spotting towards Connector. There's a player right there, but won't be able to spot him just yet. Electronic here. Right next to him. There's a player. Would be touching distance if the wall wasn't there, but of course these two players don't know. No Magics. With that smoke is going to be able to go towards the stairs, but it's... Oh no! Electronic had the exact same idea! Magix is going to find a kill onto him. That makes it a 4 versus 4 right here. Bit in the window, holding on to middle, but Team Spirit are looking to go towards his B site. Perfecto is here with the MP9. Oh my lord, if Young comes out with a peek, he could save this, but Chopper trying to save himself, and now Team Spirit in a 3 versus 3. We'll get the bomb down, and Navi have to retake this.
Bit is the first man on the scene. He's looking to push through Market, but the smoke will potentially deter him. But no, it doesn't deter him. Some Dayoung sees a foot, simple to trade, but Magic holds the cross. Boomich will fall, and now in the 1 versus 2, it's all down again to the number 1 in the world, and he finds Some Dayoung. He could have stuck the defuse. He doesn't want to. Knows where the last player is. Goes back with a Desert Eagle. Magix has to swing, and he finds a headshot onto Simple. Spirit retain their 2-round lead. And Navi, that is not a round they could afford to lose.
Yeah, and with the fact that Spirit are perhaps about to take the map pick of Navi here. Dastu is their map pick. We live in a scenario, or well, we live in a universe where Spirit could find this 2-0. And Spirit, they're no Akuma. I mean, these guys, they're playing in ESL Pro League. They're going into IM Spring? No, it's IM Summer. It's summer now, guys. It's summer. All right, I was like, because we do have some tournaments, we still have spring in the name, so it does get a bit confusing. But yeah, they're playing IM Summer, IM Cologne 2021 play-in, so Spirit definitely great team to be taken serious here. Simple now. On the Desert Eagle, well, so is his entire team.
I mean,
this is a bit of a... I honestly don't like this buy, I have to say, especially at the scoreline.
They did it last time and it worked for them. Perhaps that's giving them a sense of false hope. Maybe they're just that confident in their abilities on the Desert Eagles that they think they can win this one against the rivals. And Bits trying to start off strong.
Oh no.
Doesn't get the opportunity to use it as a shotgun as Magic swings on in. Electronic though. Oh my goodness, Electronic! He's going back for more, but it's Dexter to deny. 3 versus 3, it's still definitely a possibility for Navi in this one. Chopper, he's in the window. Perfecto will hear that drop. He goes in for a quick peek, but he's not quite rounding off the corner to find the shot. Look at Simple though, he's in the ninja boost. This could be a make or break round. Simple finds the first. Can he pick up the second? No! It's Some Dayoung to deny. It's all down to Boomich. Shield will fall. And Spirit find a 15th round on the board. They lead by 3. And the economy of Navi is in tatters.
Yeah, I mean, if you won that round, that would have been great and all. You would have been able to save your entire game. But right now, once again, with a shaky buy like that, how are you going to come out of this time? Team Spirit, they're fired up. They're ready to find this map in Navi. All right, in the last round, if you went for Nico, that would have sucked. You would have been up against... You would have had to fight for overtime. But right now, Navi, they have to fight for overtime either way. And right now, 4 Desert Eagles at a CZ. This is terrible stuff. Now, Simple, down to 75 already. This is looking very dire for the Navi team. Now, Some Dayoung has to be careful, though. You can see Team Spirit, they don't want to take any close range battles. They know they're up against pistols, and they know that a single mistake could start the snowball effect.
Yeah, and Navi, they are desperate for this round here. Obviously, if they lose this one, that is the game. Spirit, in the meantime, cannot afford any stupid mistakes, and that's not a stupid mistake as such, but it's also not particularly practical. Boomich trading out Chopper, grabs him a Galil. He's still on full HP here. They play for trades towards Palace, and oh my goodness, Bit, what a stunning shot. Finds ahead of Mia, now a 3 versus 4, and Spirit, they're at the man disadvantage. This is not where they want to be. They play so slowly and so carefully in an attempt to avoid this very situation. But still, Navi on the pistols are a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely menacing. And despite the loss of Electronic, the man who went huge in the previous with the Desert Eagle, the rest of these Navi players are no slouch when it comes to the pistols. Boomich, though, with the Galil, if he doesn't get cleared by the Molotov, then he could go absolutely Super Saiyan here. Instead, Sam Young finds ahead a bit, and now we're down to the 3 versus 3. Boomich needs to go huge. Oh dear.
Yeah, needs to go huge, but can he? Doesn't look like it in that instance, and now Simple and Perfecto have to find 3 kills in a defuse. They don't even have a defuse kit right now. You can see Perfecto, he knows he has to push into this one. He's going to be throwing a smoke on the bomb. That is going to help them out a lot if they can actually get towards that bomb, because Dexter holding out across, and now Perfecto 1 versus 3 can find a first 1D. Doesn't have the fuse kit, so goes down to Dexter. And that's going to be 16-12 for Team Spirit on the first map.
Yeah, Navi's map pick. Again, I don't know why they go with Mirage. It's just not a map that's going very well for them, especially against these higher tier teams, or the lower tier teams for that matter, as Akuma are 47th in the world when they decimated them 16-2. Going on to Dust 2 now, it is their best map pick, which I was like, oh, well, I think they could potentially win each other's map picks. They've played, okay, if we're excluding Train, which they haven't played much in this tournament, they played it 12 times on Dust 2 with a 75% win rate. On the flip side for Spirit, they played it 11 times, have an 82% win rate. So it's very, very even playing field. I think Navi could take this one away, but at the same time, not after a performance like that. I know I was harsh on Simple, even though he was the top fragger for the team. He misses a couple of shots that I don't think a Simple on top form would have missed. Boomich has some awful decision-making in the opening couple of rounds. And no, over to you.
No, I mean, it's a great thing to mention, though, because the fact that Utah Simple had to put up a huge performance, like 30, 40 frags, that is something that is to be expected from him. The fact that you say that 21 kills, not the best performance of Simple, it just goes to show that from Navi, you're expecting Simple to go bonkers. You're expecting him to put up 31 frags, and that's what you expect from Navi. So I guess this is just a case of the whole team performing a lot less than we're used to seeing from them. So, for example, Simple, instead of 30 kills, he gets 20. Let me take a quick look, because I do believe he was closer to the 30 ones. Yeah, Simple, 27 kills. So that's it's just absolutely crazy. He's putting up 27 kills, and we still think he's not, performing at his top. And to be fair, he wasn't hitting some shots that he usually hits. So it's just crazy to see how good this guy is. And the fact Navi just not looking like themselves right here. And it really does show.
It's like Simple skill ceiling is so much higher than everybody else's that we just expect so much more from him. Electronic as well, but Electronic wasn't playing as well as he normally would. He gets a couple of good shots in here. I think he went negative towards the end.
20 and 21, yeah.
Yeah, so Electronic is not as fiery as we normally see him, especially in some of these situations he was thrust into with Simple. They do win out a couple of good clutches as a duo, but like we saw with the Crossfire, there was, 10 seconds left. They had to funnel themselves into the direct line of fire, and he goes for the peak. It might be nerves, it might be the pressure of being in the lower bracket. Again, there's so much expectation on the back of a team like this. Also, the fact that we have to say, these are underwhelming performances from Simple and Electronic. They normally carry Navi. The fact that they have to be the ones to carry Navi is worrying in itself.
I mean, they were carrying already.
Yeah. Bit has had some stunning performances lately. At the end of, was it Katowice? Sorry? No, DreamHack Masters. Sorry. He had a brilliant lights out performance. Perfecto has been trundling along, as I'd like to say. Yeah. He's not been with it lately. He has some great rounds, but yeah.
Sam Young, though, 26 and 16. What a guy.
No, pops off. Pops off to no end.
Absolutely pops off right there. And let me take a look now. All right, he's 24 years old. I was looking. Now, Magix is the young one. He's 17. But it must just be crazy to be 17, winning a map against Navi. Like you say, we have said this before, but with Akuma, perhaps, their childhood legends playing against them. Same can go for, Magix, for an example. He's 17, quite young, hasn't been in the scene, or the top of the scene for too long, and has absolutely been showing Spirit why he's been a part of that team. But anyways, we do still have the rest of the best of 3 coming up, so we are going to be taking a quick break. And right after, we'll be back with Dust 2 between Navi and Spirit.
You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies. All because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies. Only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move.
The storms we chase are leading us.
There are only a few seconds to close this round. A headshot! Nice! Fist bumps go to the teammates.
I wanna hear your go, go, go. Make them feel your smashing blow. Win the round. Rise to fame. Hold the ground.
Very much. They play, you win.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to Epic League. We are in our last best of 3 series of the day, and you are still watching Navi versus Spirit. And what a great map from Spirit to start things off. They take Navi's own of Mirage, a map that I was curious as to why Navi picked into in the first place, as it's not one they've been doing great on lately. And now going on to Dust 2, which is the map pick of Spirit. It's a great map for both of these teams. It's the classic CIS brawl map. It's been coming up a lot in this tournament, which is only natural since we are in the region it's effectively birthed in. And now, well, going into this one, I don't have a lot of confidence for Navi to close this out against a Spirit this, well, fiery, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, last time we were casting a match of Navi versus Akumuden, we did see the first one was quite dominant. In the second one, we saw Navi came back into it. We're like, all right, there's some hope. But in the end, it was just still too difficult. And I do feel like this may be a bit of the same. Now, of course, the first map wasn't as dominant as we have seen earlier. Now, of course, we didn't, but on this stream, we did see Navi play against Forza, and they made it look a lot more competitive, and Navi came out ahead. That is also why they are here right now. But yeah, map number 1, going 16-12 to Spirit, perhaps looking a bit better for Navi, because it wasn't as dominant as the things we have seen before.
Yeah, and I think going on to Dust 2, as long as we can see a bit of a punchier Navi to start things off, not just winning a pistol round. In fact, they didn't even win the first pistol round. They struggled quite badly on that. Simple, the only man to get any kills. If they start things off nicely with a confident pistol round win, just like VP did over on Overpass, then we could be looking at a far more reinvigorated squad going into the rest of the matchup. I feel like they're going to have to win the conversion as well. That's something they have been struggling with. But bear in mind, this is the exact map pool they lost 0-2 to Akuma on. It's definitely time for them to, reprove themselves and take us to the full best of 3 series today. Because if there's any team that can do it, it's definitely Navi. And they're 100% going to want to, with so much on the line right here.
Yeah, but same goes for Spirit. I mean, defeating Navi right here in this CIS tournament is just going to show. I mean, they are in IEM Summer. Navi are not, so they're going to be, well, I think Gambit was there as well, so they're not going to be the only hope of the CIS region, but definitely going to be one of the 2 strongest teams of the CIS region in that tournament. Now, I do believe VP is there as well, so maybe 3. Anyways, back to this game. Spirit looking great in the first, and now towards Dust 2. This, of course, is their map pick, and now it's time to show us what they have. Dexter had a great start, fell off a bit, but in the end, he was still the second fragger, so he was still doing great. Now, on Dust 2, he's gonna have to show up a lot with the ARP on this map, and Sundai Young great as well. So definitely want to see what we can see from these 2 players. And also a player to watch out for is Magix, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Spirit have a lot of confident players, a lot of great sort of fraggers who slip under the radar in the CIS region. Some don't, not so much anymore. I feel like he's definitely made quite a name for himself recently. Like he's been a very standout player, and I feel like if he's able to continue any semblance of the performance from the previous game with the rest of his team, who are all putting up very similar numbers up until when he pulled away at the end. That should be good enough for Spirit, because, as I said, it's only about 3 out of 5 players on Navi at the moment really showing up in any one round at a time. And at the start of the game, Navi took a long time to warm up into the swing of things. I feel like if Spirit are able to catch Navi a little unprepared again in the early game, they should be able to run away with the first half, at least for the first couple of rounds. It was a 5-0 before Navi put their first round on the board in the last map. They need to avoid that happening again. They need to win that first gun round and they can't let Spirit run away with things. We will be going into the match in just a second. I do quite fancy Spirit taking this one as well, I'll be honest with you. But at the same time, I hope Navi can pull their way back into things.
Yeah, it would be great for this one to be a 2-1 either way. Electronic gonna find the opener onto Dexter. Now Bit is here as well. Electronic looking to find a second, but Perfecto coming in to find two of himself. Make that a third. What a B-side hold here from Navi. This is definitely the start that they needed.
Yeah, 100%. And despite this being Spirit's map pick, it's still a 1.62 to Navi to the 2.20 of Spirit, according to our Parry Match odds. And if you want to get a bonus on your first deposit with Parry Match, then head on down below to the description, where you can click on the banner. Got Cold Zero's picture on, it's very hard to miss. And if you want to make your games a little bit more entertaining by risking your own money on them, then why not use Parry Match to do it with? But ladies and gents, please remember to gamble responsibly. I see you molding in chat, but it's your risk to be taken. Either way, 5 Desert Eagles on Spirit here. What will they be able to pull out of the bag with this? Simple just sits in the smoke and lets them walk straight on past him. Mir is not holding it all, but Magix does adjust in time. Eats a dink from Simple, so Navi is still a firm advantage in this round.
Magic's right here under the Eagle. Currently Team Spirit with 2 smokes have enough for this execute to look somehow decent. But yeah, Electronic is holding it down right here from the side. He's holding on to it, waiting for the audio cues. Now the audio cues are going to come in at the nade. Oh! Finds Magix. Does a lot of damage, and that is going to help Boombridge a lot. So he just has to find a few body shots. Electronic right here. Dexter gonna shoot his head straight off, and now we are on a 3v3. Boombridge finds the kill onto Dexter, but some die young with a bomb is gonna try to plant it right here, but first has to find the kills because these CTs, they don't want this bomb to go down at all.
They're swarming around the site like sharks in the water, and the harpoon gunner, some die young, removes the first shark from the edge of the clearing. Boombridge now with the FAMAS heads on in. Perfecto finds a short player jumping up Googly style. Finds yet another. And, well, it gets a bit dicey for Navi. They do have the much better buy. They aren't able to deny the bomb plant, but they do survive with 2 on over. A second on the board for Navi, and a much better start than they had in the previous map. And again, I'm still unsure as to why Navi picked into... why don't they pick into Train? And Train obviously might be because they're moving into Ancient. I honestly don't know what's going on in the Navi camp with that right now, but they could have picked into Inferno. They could have picked into... Well, they could have picked into Dust 2 as their own map pick. Either way, we're here on it anyway, and Navi are looking to prove themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Spirit insta-bans Train, so that's why we're not seeing it right here.
That's me being an idiot, don't you worry.
Oh, it's okay. I have it on my second screen, so I'm one to talk. Don't you worry, man. I got you. Now, Dexter. Ooh, he's going in quite aggressive. This is why you don't want to have a FAMAS. Dexter, that is a 1 tap and a half. Well, there was a few taps, but only 1 tap needed for that kill. Perfecto now on the B side has to hold on to this one. 3 versus 5. Now, Team Spirit. A lot of these players have been softened up. Dexter on 18, Mir on 62, but now Perfecto, can he find the incredible spray down? Well, actually, he's not going for it. He's waiting, but the whiff. Can't quite find the first headshot and gets punished for that. And Electronic and Boombridge now have to go for the save.
I mean, that's not even so much as a whiff of who the hell do I shoot first? He sees 4 targets as he pops up from behind the box. And unfortunately, he gets immediately spun around on. Boombridge, with his charming profile picture, will fall down to the back of a long, hiding behind the double doors. I don't think Team Spirit are going to go for the hunt here. Their economy's not fantastic, and all the more guns they can save over, the better. If they can improve their economy, why wouldn't they want to? And with that bomb timer ticking on down, they know that Navi have gone for the save here. Chopper still being cautious about these tight angles in the lower tunnels. But Spirit win round number 3, with 5 players surviving after a couple of saucy antics towards the double doors. And the SG spamming down a great couple of taps towards a long.
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant stuff, and I don't exactly think Navi expected that right here. Just an SG running through the double doors, going for that long-range kill. That's why the... Yeah?
If there was ever a map to use the Krieg on still, it would be Dust 2, purely because of the very long-range fights you have to pull off sometimes. And, you know, you can spam down through mid-doors. It's very rarely used as like an entry weapon, where you send them out through double doors to just go ham. But it was nice to see it working in such a dazzling fashion, and it does prove that the weapon, despite not being bought very often, still sometimes has its uses.
Did really work out quite well in that scenario. Now, we're going towards short here. Smoke gonna be thrown right there to make sure that Team Spirit can't take too much map control just yet. Simple here with the Desert Eagle. Gets the player right behind the smoke. Magic's going to be throwing utility. The other Qs are going to be coming out. Simple is going to be pushing up after that, but can't quite find a second. 4 versus 4 right here. And Electronic now holding down short is going to be dropping down into the CP spawn. And Team Spirit still not out of the woods just yet, especially when Boombitch comes in, finds a kill, and runs away.
Yeah, they're unable to trade that one completely. The smokes come over. They're trying to potentially sell a B split here. And that will keep Perfecto, at least in TT for the time being. Electronic peeks on in towards short. Finds some Young. In fact, sees all 3 of them. And it finds some Young down to 18 points of health. Chopper, though, sees the head. Tries to go for the frag. Can't quite capitalize as he ducks back down behind the wall. Electronic will remain hidden a bit, though, with a jumping CZ. Finds Mia. Chopper doubles up on the Galil. Now the 2 versus 2, he looks for more. It's all down to Boomich on the M4, and the IGL comes out on top with a 3K in round number 4. Navi stave off what could have been another snowballing, as it is Boomich, the man who allowed the snowballing on Mirage to stop it from their opponent's map pick.
And now round number 5. 3-1 currently for Navi, and the Navi guys now very weak buy right now. 3 rifles, an MP9. Well, 2 MP9s, Simple. Will be pushing up in middle. And what is he doing right now? I mean, it's working out for him, so beautiful stuff. I just love seeing this confidence right here, but unfortunately for him, Chopper is going to hold down the line, finds a headshot, and Team Spirit now 5 versus 4, and that's definitely not going to make Simple happy.
I mean, yeah, he tries to create space with the MP9. He has everything going for him, but the player, he's semi-watching the angle. Simple misses the first couple of bullets and doesn't land that all-important headshot, and it allows him to go down. Chopper's on 18 points of health, so at least he does a decent amount of damage, but without that kill, it's a severe advantage for Team Spirit, especially on a map like Dust 2, where it's so difficult to rotate on over, but Boomich doesn't seem to care. He decapitates Mir. Now Perfecto has a lot to do on his own MP9. Again, he won't be able to. Bit instead is the man to find a frag. And he hops up towards window. He's still able to do something in this round, but he runs into a crossfire. Chopper from top mid leaves Boomich in a 1 versus 3. And I feel like Team Spirit stand a pretty strong chance of taking round number 5 here.
Yeah, unless Boomich goes absolutely Super Saiyan. Dexter with the Krieg comes out ahead and finds a second round for Team Spirit, and oh no, Navi, they were looking so good for a bit. Spirit, they're definitely not out of this one, and this is their map pick as well, so they will be starting on perhaps their weakest side. Of course, Navi were able to decide what side to start on, but that doesn't say that Team Spirit are weak on this side, especially when you can see what they are able to do right here. Now Navi will be forcing right up into this one. Let's see if that will work out for them, as Sumda Young finds Bit 5 versus 4, and Perfecto does find 1, but in the end Navi 2 versus 4.
Yeah, how much can a pistol really do against AKs at that medium type of range? Boomich now with another CZ rushing on in the back lines. But I honestly don't think he's going to be able to get anything done here, especially as he'll have to tap away an entire length of A long. And so Team Spirit will be equalising in round number 6, near flawlessly. Perfecto sneaks away with 1. But that's definitely not going to bother Team Spirit too much. They've got Dexter to drop one over. He hasn't died in a couple of rounds now. He even bags some free utility off the floor. And Boomich He's about to get pushed by Mir. Is he going to check this angle properly? They are just half a centimetre from seeing each other. And a lovely one-tap from Mir to seal the deal. As I said, an equalising round now for both teams. And we haven't really seen too much of an in-depth strat book from either squad in the early doors of Mirage. Will we see a full-blown execute? I feel like full-blown executes are something we haven't seen too much on Dust 2.
I don't even remember my last time seeing one.
I mean, obviously,
Dust 2,
like the two smokes for the cross, that's like pretty standard, but there's nothing on the B bomb site we've seen just yet.
Oh yeah, with the skybox open, or well, the roof there opened up.
Yeah.
I mean, just as I say that, I do believe, yeah, the smoke is coming in.
Oh.
That is a full execute, though. That's just one smoke, but I still find it wild seeing that you can throw that, because back in the day, you had to come all the way up to throw that smoke. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good thing that they open up the roof and the skybox towards this B-bomb site. It's allowed for some very nifty smokes, and boosts like that just take the cake. Sundive Young finds Boomich. Mir taps on down. It's just a feeding frenzy again for the AKs. Perfecto gets nothing, and Simple with just a P2000. I don't fancy his chances against the AKs here, I'll be honest with you, White. And, wow, Team Spirit win a flawless 4th round on the board in number 7, unless Simple can do something absolutely diabolical.
Haha. It would definitely require that. Simple tapping away. Is going to be able to save his lovely Peter K, but let's take a look at the odds right now. And NAVI still at 1.82, Spirit at 1.92, but it's becoming more 50-50, and I do have to agree with the fact that this game is pretty 50-50. Now, if you want to go and bet on this match yourself, get your first deposit in and get a bonus. Now, click on the banner down below and go place a bet if you are of legal betting age, and please make sure to bet smart and responsible. And if you don't know what's going on, just ask your mom and dad.
But yeah, getting into round number 8 here. Dexter is back on the AWP. 3 AK-47s and a Krieg. Krieg seeing a fair bit of use across multiple players here. Again, it's nice that it hasn't been completely written off as a weapon in professional Counter-Strike, but its drop in usage is evident. I mean, you've seen how Fnatic have tanked in the rankings. I think losing the ability to use the Krieg with its like former rate of fire is a big factor in that. Because that was what Golden and Brolin's favourite weapons with the Krieg, and they got so much done with them in so many different situations. And well, now Fnatic, they're struggling to stay inside the top 30, much to your dismay. White Boomage, so much to his dismay, will get Molotov behind the car. Has to use a smoke grenade to stay in that position. Drops a bit more utility. And still the spam down comes on in. Ooh, and that's a brutal grenade as Magix cuts down the IGL through the smoke. And now they line up for the cross. Electronic. He himself is going to be smoking towards short to give himself a bit of cover as this execute comes on in, and Simple spams on down. Magix to 52. It is still a 4 versus 5 though, and Na'Vi have a lot of weight on their shoulders.
Magix here looking to play a bit too aggressive, perhaps. I mean, this could go his way, or it could go against him. They're going to find the first little Simple. Here takes a bit, but he finds one himself. But Electronic now in a 1 versus 4, maybe too little, too late. Team Spirit come out ahead and find round number 5, and NAVI, they are broke once again.
Yeah, too little, too late, especially with a FAMAS of all godforsaken weapons. It's just not the weapon you want to find yourself in a situation like that with. It's all right in like the earlier rounds of the game, but when you're up against AKs, it's just such a hassle. And I feel like the spray of the FAMAS is so much more difficult to control than the standard rifles. That could just be me being a bad player, but that's my personal opinion. Either way, in this 5 versus 3 situation, bit of a weird team molly there, as 2 of the Spirit players walk straight into their own utility. Shouldn't matter too much though. It seems to be whenever Na'Vi are on the pistols, Spirit do a bunch of util damage to themselves and then win out the round anyway. As Mir looks to do as he finds one, sees a second, that's good info. He knows that at least 2 players of Na'Vi are pushing through B. Eats a grenade. But his team now head towards A long, and they should be able to aptly deal with Boomich on just a P250.
Could be catching a player off guard, that being Mir. Chopper. Which Electronic does actually come out ahead of that one. Will be able to get an AK-47, but yeah. It's best for him to just save that one into the next. Weapon has been found, but ooh, does get a nice headshot. Not a one-tap chat.
But yeah, they do have some nice money there. Nice money. They do have enough money to put a nice buy together. Possibly why Electronic wasn't too bothered about potentially saving that AK. Also, he was worried that they would enclose in his position too fast for him to save it regardless. Team Spirit have doubled the round total of Navi though. 6-3 to them. Dexter will hold the cross. Send off a pre-fire about 2 seconds too short. And Magic's now, he's out into the fray of things, is full blinded, can't see Bit crossing in towards Pit, and that grenade does surprisingly little damage as now the onslaught opens up. Bit is able to find one, the spray transfer is almost incredible, but it only does damage rather than seal the deal. Electronic dies to the fire, and now the 2 versus 3 again for Navi. Has to come through, otherwise their economy will be shattered. And Simple 2 and 7 on this one. Not looking as hot as he did on the latter stages of Mirage Perfecto. That's a great frag from him. But oh, dearie me, Chopper through the smoke. Sends him packing, and now Simple. He's done miraculous things with an AWP on this A-long position before. Can he do it again? As I believe that's more T utility burning themselves.
Simple. Oh, gonna find the no-scope onto Dexter. The no-scope headshot now in a 1 versus 1. Can he get this one? Simple with the 2 no-scope clutch. Gonna find round number 4 for Navi. What a way to do it in.
Simple, you monster. This is the Simple I've been wanting to see, White. That was just insanity.
Yeah.
How in the sweet Jesus? How does he find that? The second one and the first one.
It even was a headshot. That just goes to show. I mean, even going for those headshots while no scoping this man. Beautiful stuff right there from Daddy Simple.
It's a testament to his incredible crosshair placement. He doesn't even need a crosshair, in fact. Just incredible placement, because obviously you don't have a crosshair when using that AWP. It's just his years of experience reigning supreme over these Team Spirit players. Perfecto does well to find that opening frag of the 1v3, but Simple, he just seals that deal with the finest seal that money can buy in that one. As Team Spirit, I mean, no doubt they're just going to be impressed by how Simple is able to win that one out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can be mad, but you can't really be mad at them for that. That's just Simple things, you know?
Oh, yeah. Definitely think he's the only guy in this entire server who would go for a clutch that way. Just no scopes, not even go for the quick scopes.
Yeah.
Definitely very characteristic of Simple. Now, enough about him. Navi have already lost Electronics, so Team Spirit once again looking to be in the driving seat. Magic's here is gonna give a hug to Perfecto, perhaps. Oh, gonna give the footsteps away. Perfecto find the headshot onto Magic's, and now we're on a 4 versus 4, but Team Spirit needs a side. Navi are gonna have to retake this one.
Yeah, and with the bomb already ticking down, only 1 defuse get on Perfecto. They need to make sure he manages to get up to this bomb site. This is a brutal crossfire. 1 on long, 1 on ramp, 1 by car. And Someday Young. Oh my goodness! Someday Young is just another day at the Rangers playing whack-a-mole on short. 3 stellar headshots all lined up in a row. Leaving Perfecto to run for the hills because he doesn't want any of this smoke from SDY.
Wishing we had replays for that, because I want to know what the hell happened here.
Oh,
they have to
go
down at the HLTV VOD after this game to watch what the hell just happened right there. What a play from Sondai Young. Navi going for the retake, but he was like, nope. You guys are not getting back here.
Dazzling performance from Sondai Young. And no, as you said, I'm 100% watching the HLTV demo after this one. I want to replay Simples and actually...
Or the Russian stream.
get the right, yeah, or the Russian stream.
No, Dexter.
Oh, close but no cigar. Bit actually legs him as well on his way out of things through the edge of the wall. A nice swing on in from him. But in the meantime, Perfecto going for something a little different here. A brilliant flash from the IGL to aid in his endeavours, but Mir trades it back. And that was the hero, well, I say hero, the only saved over rifle for Navi there, lost on that short engagement. Perfecto unable to make it back in time, and Boomich doesn't check his angles. Down he goes, and that's all of the utility of Navi lost in that one kill. They were actually semi-going for this round, and with Boomich going down, they stand very little hope, especially with Bit, the only A player, all the way down by double doors, as the site is already lost.
Yeah, now, bomb has indeed been planted. Navi, in 3 versus 4, are just going to be looking for some exit frags. 2 Desert Eagles and a P250, perhaps. They can now find a headshot. Of course, Team Spirit, they won't be able to stay on that A side. The bomb will go boom pretty soon. Now, Bit gonna get smoked off. So Team Spirit, they want to keep a long lockdown, but Simple is not allowing them to cross. At least not without a fight. Dexter finds the kill to Simple, and now 8-4 for Team Spirit, and what a half it has been for them. They have now already won out the half.
Yeah, I mean, Spirit, they're just storming away, and this is the reason they chose this as their map pick. Despite Navi being allowed to choose the side they start on for a map that is typically one of their top, they're faltering at a lot of these hurdles. And, well, the main hurdles being some Taeyong, Chopper, and Mir, putting up some great numbers in this one so far. On the flip side, 3 players on Navi on only 5 kills. Boomich, Bit, and Simple. And I'm fully aware, chat, that it's not all about the kills in a game of CSGO. When the numbers are that low, in a round of, you know, this number, it doesn't tend to help. A nice double nade to clear out short there, but there's no one on the Navi side to deal any of that blow. In the meantime, Simple holds the pixel gap on the cross. He doesn't see one jumping above it. Does catch the second, but won't land the shot. Bit of a short clearance project coming in here from Spirit. They clear off the close angle with that Molotov. And Electronic does have a smoke to reply with, and the AUG to hold down that ranged fight. Nice Akihabara. But skins don't necessarily equal wins here, ladies and gents.
Equal skill. I mean, it feels that way sometimes. Now, Bid with the AWP is going to find the opener onto Magix. That was quite magical, to say the least. Now, Team Spirit, they are still looking to come towards the B side. Bid is going to get mullied out of position. Perfecto finds one, but Mir with the trade, and now that is the B side in control of Spirit and Chopper.
No!
Oh my lord, get to the Chopper after that one. Simple does come in, find another quick scope. This is gonna get shot down by Dexter though with the P250. Dexter doesn't want to go for any no scopes. He's just gonna take out the P250 and take down the threat.
Dexter has about $14,000 right now.
Oh my
he
lord.
just hasn't really died. He's on 4 deaths. He's
can
been
buy
like
a chopper
James
for a
when
chopper.
James is having a quiet game. He just sort of... He doesn't... He's had impact. He just has been quite quiet this entire half. If Dexter activates as well, then Navi are in some serious trouble because they're barely staving off this 4-man decimation as it is. If Dexter decides to chime on in with like a heroic second half, this could be like denying Navi double digits. It's getting to that point now where I fear that's going to be the case. Round number 14, they got 4 rounds on the board. Magix will start things off quite nicely. Simple to trade one back, but it's Simple on a Desert Eagle versus the B bomb site post plant, which is just the most annoying post plant in the game. Dexter as well, finding Boombitch, sees the Deagle on the player towards boxes. And I don't think Navi can do anything in this round. Dexter just narrowly misses the cross, but at least he gets the info. So Chopper will be holding the tunnel, and Perfecto has so much here to deal with.
And the Simple on the Desert Eagle right here. Still has a
He's got
flashbang.
He's got no AWP to fake flash with this time, though.
Yeah, indeed. I know arm, I know the fuse kit. They are once again looking to go for the exit frags, but Team Spirit, they will be exiting towards the spawn. They already have one player right there. Simple always likes to peek at the last second, but goes down in Magics, and that will be 10 double digits for Team Spirit. And can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? NAVI are 6 rounds away from being eliminated. Well, potentially 6 rounds away from being eliminated. Of course, it hasn't happened just yet. Sorry, guys. May have leaked the script there.
Yeah, they're 6 rounds away from equalising as well on the flip side.
Yeah, it could go either way.
And it's not out of the question, but god damn, is it going to be a difficult road for Navi. They've gone back to the double ult setup. It worked really well for them last time. Bit just got overwhelmed by an excellent double molly execute onto the B site. Young, though, does miss the cross. Only one player on B for the time being. That will be Bit alone on the AWP as Perfecto dances around in middle for a while. Bit does entry. That's a great frag onto Dexter. And in this last round of the half, Navi need everything they can get. They've already allowed Spirit onto double digits. Can Navi find a 5th here? They're going to be desperate for it at this point. They've not had a good showing on this second map. Simple, though. Doesn't miss twice. Finds Magics, and now a 2-man advantage for Navi. We can't rule Spirit out just yet. But Navi look like they might have just been able to do enough as all the Spirit congregate towards middle to devolve a new strategy.
They're looking to go towards B though, and we have seen what they can do right there. Electronic. Alright, he's behind. Oh, I was gonna say, alright, he's behind the box, but no, he was in front. The X-ray was baiting me right there. Gonna find a kill on the chopper, and now Sunlight, Young, and Mir all going towards A. Simple did hit a nice flick right there. Mir is gonna be killing himself, so that is gonna make sure he gets a little bit less money, but in the end, it's the final round of the half. My bad. Sunlight Young goes out a bit. Yeah?
He dies because Simple hits him in the leg mid-air, and he tries to
indeed.
avoid any more shots, and he just falls towards CT to his death. They had the right idea with the run boost, but Simple is just too good on the AWP. When he's feeling it like that, it is always, you know, dangerous. Perfecto, though, props to him, actually leading the charge for Navi this time. A bit quiet again. I mean, I say it's a bit quiet. Everyone on Navi's putting up similar numbers. On the flip side, everyone on Spirit's putting up similar numbers, but the numbers are just so much higher. And Dexter, he's popping off when he needs to. Otherwise, the rest of the gang are just really bullying Navi in a lot of these rounds. Their utility usage has been fantastic on the side of Spirit. And as a result, look at the odds now. Team Spirit 1.33 to the 3.15 of Navi. And if you want to get in on this hype train and get a bonus on your first deposit by heading down to the banner in the description, got a nice picture of Cold Zero on. And if you want to bet on these games, make them a little bit more exciting for yourself, then why not give it a go with Parry Match? But please do remember to gamble responsibly.
Dexter.
And dearie me, Dexter, he's going to be gifted a lot here. Finds Simple as well. Falls away. He could be on for more, but it's Perfecto and Boomich to trade and deny. But look at the health on Boomich, Bit, and Perfecto. One grenade is all it takes, and it kills Boomich. Bit narrowly avoids the same fate as it's now a 2 versus 3. Because it's the pistol round, there is still hope for Perfecto and Bit. But they're going to need to hit every single shot as cleanly as they possibly can.
So having to pre-fire everything right now, and I don't blame him. Few shots to his body could prove the end to his life. Sunlight Young now holding the perfect cross. Has to aim a little bit lower, but I'm sure he can transfer that one. Headshot onto Bit, then Team Spirit. We may have to call the bully hunters because they're absolutely bullying Navi. We may also need some bully hunters for the chat today.
Deary me, but Perfecto, either way, needs to get this bomb plant for the team. And good lord, what a spinning headshot onto Chopper. Lands it and finds a gorgeous frag. There is still the opportunity here for a bomb plant. And whilst the round may or may not be won by Perfecto, at least they will have the money to, well, pull off a bit of a better fight in the next. Magic swings on in. Perfecto won't actually get the plant. And 11-5 now to Team Spirit over Navi. It is Spirit's map pick. Navi got to choose a side, and the fact they only put up 5 on the board is very, very worrying, especially after this lackluster performance from them. On the flip side, Spirit, as a team, they've been doing really well. As I said, I love their utility. The double Molotovs onto Bit when he's on the AWP. It's just a nice touch, a sprinkling on top. And Navi, it's just not been good for them, especially when we've been casting them.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is definitely not what the both of us would have expected, and that's why we also end up mentioning the fact that Navi are supposed to win these games quite a few times.
Yeah, also, if people can chill it with, you know, the blatant racism in chat, that would also be absolutely wonderful. Just because we do have a bit of an absence of mods, it would seem. There's nothing we can do about it, but come on. You lost your $50 by yourself. That's not on somebody else.
Yeah.
And Dexter, well, he's certainly ensuring that it's on his shoulders to get rid of Navi from this tournament. Finds another headshot. Mir and Chopper chime on in. Ooh. Simple, that's a brilliant headshot to Mir. But now at 1 versus 4 for Simple on a Desert Eagle and 41 points of health. What can pull out the bag this time? And the answer is not much.
Nice hype up.
Yeah, in from the back lines, cuts him down with an MP9 and 12-5 now to Spirit. I don't know if Navi can even get back into this one.
Yeah, it would really take a lot from them, a lot of mental strength that I don't think they really have right now. Definitely think they're currently with their heads down, looking at the floor. Now, Team Spirit looking to take this map away from Navi and this series as well. The buy of Navi is a bit better, but of course, Dexter currently on that hop right now, and that nade definitely not going to help because Sundai Young with the MP9. Oh, perfecto. Absolutely going to destroy him. Now it's going to be down to Mir here to hold things down. Dexter finds his kill on the boom, but Mir finds another, finds a second and a third. Oh, Mir going to find his four right here. And Navi have been absolutely deleted by Mir.
Good lord, mate. That was just incredible. And obviously the team flashbang to help him out for that one, I believe it was from Dexter, was just immaculate. And he gets everything, every single player as they walk towards him. All headshots, all pristine fashion. And Spirit now up 13-5. This is Navi's last chance, and they've gone for the 4 Deagle and a Scout bite. Well, one of those Deagles has just been brought into now, but it's not going to matter. Magics cuts the first man down. Bit will fall. And all memes aside, yes, Navi are capable of winning with a buy like this.
They will be able to buy next round.
But yeah, they are capable of winning with a buy like this, but this is where they actually have to put up the numbers to prove it. At least do some economic damage to Spirit here, you know? Already, Bit goes down without a trade or a speck of damage done in return. And if this is the same story for the rest of this round, then I seriously fear for Navi.
Yeah, I'm starting to fear as well. Or well, let's say I was fearing for them in about round number 5 of the last map. Now, they are doing some beautiful economical damage with these Eagles, but when you're going up against a Team Spirit on 13 rounds, now 14, does the economical damage really matter here? Now, Navi, this is it. All or nothing. Simple. Gonna be on the AWP, but on the other side, there is 2 up. So wherever he goes, there's gonna be an AWP ready and waiting for him.
Yeah, and he's not been... Well, I mean, he has been fantastic in a couple of rounds in this game on the AWP. Is he able to keep up that performance in round number 20? Down by 9 incredible rounds. And Boomich and Bit, they're going to swallow a frag grenade as it flies down middle towards their position. Dexter now misses a shot. That is perhaps a lifeline for Navi. Molotov to follow towards short, though, won't allow for re-aggression. And the CTs keep at least control of these bomb sites for a little while longer. That smoke cuts off any presence from Navi towards the edge of short. And for the time being, they're relatively funneled towards the lower half of the map. If they can find one frag, Navi open things up, and I'd say they stand a pretty good chance in the round, but these utility, just chip damage plays from Spirit are a nagging pain for Navi.
Utility damage definitely not going to help them. Who still have some utility themselves. 3 smokes, a molly, and a flash. That will be plenty of utility for an execute. A site they want to go towards right now. Electronic is going to be clearing out a bit right here. Now, Navi looking to come in with the split. With 35 seconds left, they don't have much time to play with. They have to come in right now because Team Spirit
will be trying to ruin the efforts of Navi. Bit is going to take out Chopper, but Spirit are going to keep progressing here towards short. Magix finds Boombitch, and with 22 seconds left, Navi now have to go to the side. Okay, they are going to get on A, so the time is not going to matter too much, so it is going to be down to the retake. And we do see that Bit is on the other side, but that doesn't matter. Simple finds Dexter, and Bit, he could be putting the final nail in the coffin soon.
Yeah, I was going to say, Spirit seemed to have no idea what site the bomb was going down on, or at least where these Na'Vi players were. They were hunting in middle, they don't find the player, and was Simple finding the shot onto, I believe it was Dexter on short. Yeah, they just cut them out of the round. Spirit now aren't even going to be playing for exits, because, I mean, their economy is doing decently right here, but they don't want to give up anything more to Na'Vi. This will be a 6th on the board for them now. Is this the beginning of something more? Finally 6 on the board. It took them a horrendously long time to put that 6th on the board. If they continue in this fashion, it could be a 2-0 for Spirit, but now we see glimmers of life with Na'Vi. Are we going to see replication?
Yeah, I mean, this is not over and done just yet for Na'Vi. You have seen what they can do. More recently, ended up winning DreamHack Masters Spring. Not a small-time tournament.
And in a 3-0 fashion.
Yeah, against the #1 in the world, Gambit. Team that is doing a bit better in this tournament right now, but still, just goes to show how these regional tournaments can be absolutely brutal.
Oh, as can that utility towards middle. Look at Bit, already down to 21 health in round number 21. Boombitch replies with a Molotov of his own, but look at how well Spirit are able to keep control of short and middle every single round with just utility. They don't need to give up a single man in these engagements because they let the util do it all for them.
Here. Looking for a player, Simple. Actually, Doubledoor's not having his best performances, but also not his worst. We've seen that versus Akuma. Now, both of these teams just don't want to make a single mistake. They're not really aggressing, but look at Boombitch. He is creeping up towards the A side. That smoke is going to allow him to get closer and closer. But Na'Vi, they're so split up. Simple is going to find the entry onto Somdai Young from middle, but Na'Vi, they're still all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, they need to group up now. It looks like they're still defaulting, but as soon as I say that, Perfecto and Simple smash to pieces Mir and Dexter. That's 2 heavy hitters removed from the Spirit squad, and I think another save call might be coming in, but look where Electronic is hiding. I don't know if Magix will be expecting this, and Electronic sees the head, sees the frag, finds the double as Chopper misses the shot on the AWP. And Na'Vi put up 7, which makes me think that perhaps there's still an opportunity for them. They're probably going to be able to pick up round number 22 here. The buy from Spirit is going to be an awkward one, because Dexter can still afford, but it will just be the Desert Eagles, the pistol investment for the time being. An MP9 on Mia. If Na'Vi lose this one, I lose all hope, but this should very much be a Na'Vi round in 22.
Yes, indeed. Gonna find the opening frag here onto Magix. See the remaining Team Spirit players falling back towards A. I mean, I'd do the same when I spot a Simple. Gonna be running at him with a pistol for sure. Also, Team Spirit. Really like the fact that they're not taking this duel and going somewhere else. You are playing this in duos, and this is how you win these sort of rounds. You don't go all around the map by yourself. You play together, so you can always refrag one another. But Perfecto, not quite sure if he spotted a player, but oh.
Yeah, he must have. He ducks under it. But Simple, though. Simple spots a player, and there's no trade from Dexter. Simple, where did that shot even come from?
Simple go kill.
Yeah, Simple go kill. It's a great tactic adopted by Na'Vi back in 2016, and they've used it ever since. Yeah. And now in a 2 versus 5. Spirit aren't able to deal with the high big brain tactic of Simple go kill. It's just too powerful.
Yeah, I mean, definitely gotta compliment Zeus, the mastermind behind that strategy. Took him a while to come up with that.
Oh dear.
Had to fully program the robot that Simple is. Nah, just kidding.
No, I feel like
serious.
Blade as a coach, a massive testament to Simple's continuing success, though. And again, we've talked about this already, but the lack of the coach in this server with these guys, so they're not even allowed to talk to them in timeouts, even encourage them like during maps, because they're not allowed in the same room as the players. So, yeah, the loss of Blade for this Navi squad must be like a big blow, because he's the teacher figure
Like a
not
big
only
blade in
to
the
Simple,
ribs.
one of the older players on the roster, but to Bit and Perfecto as well.
Yeah. Definitely isn't going to help. That is why I also think that we're not seeing as many timeouts as we usually do in some tournaments.
That is actually a very valid point. I did not think about that.
I mean, these timeout would just give you more time. Now Magic's, or well, Chopper is going to find a headshot on the Boomich. And look at this. Oh no. Bit. What a kill into some Die Young. Dexter, can you hold on to this? He's going to find Simple. Simple has been absolutely great in the last couple of rounds. Now we are on a 3 versus 3. Team Spirit. Will they expect Mir to come in from here? They're not holding him right now. Electronic to go down, and now Navi. Can they hold on to this? Mir is going to find Bit and Perfecto now. Look at where Perfecto is. Adding insult to injury. The bomb is being defused, and this is going to be serious points secured for Team Spirit.
When Simple went down, not only did they lose their best player, they also lost the bomb. And it is a little unfair of me to rule out Perfecto's impact in this game. 16 and 14,
I mean,
the
he
top
was
fragger for
fairway.
Navi. Boomich, though, Boomich 6 and 16. Again, not all about fragging, but when you're that low as we head into round number 24,
And Mir.
it's just worrying. Oh my goodness, Mia, you're a madman.
They're currently on 28 frags and 12 deaths, 110 ADR with a 66% headshot radio. So
Wait.
for Chopper, actually.
28 on Mia.
No, not 28. 20. Or
20
did he have
on
20?
Mia. No,
Yeah,
no,
20 on Mir.
20.
Back to reality. I mean, that would be. I think they would be at 20 rounds if he had 28. With the way they are playing right now, Navi already losing their first player. Definitely with their backs against the wall. Simple has to show up right here. I hate to say that he has to show up, but it really does. Now
Oh,
Bit finds the
dear.
1-for-1 trade. Dexter is gonna hold this cross, and Navi, they do have the 2 smokes, but this is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, I mean, they're gearing up for the cross. They have to go for the cross now. Boomich picks up a smoke off of his fallen teammate, and that will at least net them a little in this round. I'd say a Molotov towards CT at this point would be a good play from them. But they're going very, very slowly. And instead, it's a Molotov towards ramp to either speed the T's up into an aggressive fight. And that's exactly what happens. Boomich will fall. Chopper finds a head. And now he's looking for more. Sees one to car. Perfecto on the ramp. He's trying everything he can to deal with Chopper. And Simple is set through the box. Is the man to find the frag. 2 versus 3. Mir still holding from Elevator. Hasn't been gifted anything just yet. No line of sight. As Simple finds one more. He's not able to find the last, though. It's now a 1 versus 2 for Perfecto. He's done well so far in this game. Goes for the bait plant. And Orb is going over the top. It's Mir instead. The Orb was just a mere distraction as Mir himself is the one to find the final frag. And Navi, they fall flat again. What is it about me and you? Wait, whenever we cast Navi, they give their worst performance.
I mean, we are the only casters to watch Navi lose in the playoffs. And yeah, Team Spirit, they have done it. They have eliminated Navi from the Epic League RMR tournament. And what a way to do it in. It wasn't as dominant as Akuma were able to do, but I feel like it's even more of a statement when a Team Spirit can do it. Because Team Spirit, they're a tier 1 team. They have lots of material that can be researched. And Akuma, you could say, all right, Navi, they didn't really know what to expect. The only demos you can see of an Akuma are against the lower tier teams that they are kind of destroying in the tournaments that they are playing in. So it's a bit harder to prepare for a team like Akuma, but a team like Spirit, props to them. This is 100% them just being great at this game. Also, Navi in a bit of a slump, but lots of respect to Team Spirit in the end.
Yeah, as I said, Navi just looked disjointed, and I really do think the lack of coach is one of the issues here, because I've seen a lot of. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so much content out there about Simple, about the people he's played with in the past, and Simple is now one of the sort of older players on the Navi lineup.
It's
Like
just crazy to
before,
think.
it's crazy to say, but you know, he had Hiko when he was on Liquid, the man to sort of keep him in check, the man he could always
Yeah.
rely on to be that teacher figure for him, a friend when some of the other players didn't get on with him. I think Elige never liked Simple very much, but coming onto the Navi lineup, I mean, initially he had sort of Edward, the Zeus. They were older players than him. He couldn't really turn to them as much as he can now, which is why he's looked so much better under Blade than the past iterations of Navi, because he's always been fond of Blade back from the flip side days. And now that he's not able to have him, you know, encouraging and cheering him on in the server, in the same room, even in these types of events, I think that's going to have a massive impact on the mentality of players. It's like in any team sport, if you have a coach that you're, you know, really enjoy working with, if they're cheering you on from the sidelines, there's always that bit more motivation to set things over the line. And without your, I'm not going to say cheerleader, but without your coach cheering you on from the sidelines, it is going to be a lot tougher. The mental game in itself.
Yeah, but in the end, for Navi, all right, this is going to be a huge blow to their confidence. This is going to hurt a lot, but this is not the end of the world. Now, the next CIS RMR event has already been announced. That's going to be from Starletter. No idea what the dates of that are going to be. I didn't quite get enough time to research into that between the break. But yeah, Navi, when you look at the leaderboard right now, they're still in second place because of those 600 points from the RMR 2020.
Yeah, so it isn't the end of the line for Navi. I feel like the next tournament will have a lot more weight. They need to put up a consistent high score. I feel like they could sail through with a third place finish. They would still make top 5 overall. Yeah. Obviously, they want to make it to the legend stage because that means you have to play like a whole less round at the actual major, and that sets you up a lot more for success. But either way, this is the end of Navi's tournament run here at the Epic League CSGO RMR. And I can't say I expected it. I at least expected a 2-1 scoreline. I know Spirit have been a bit of the Titan killers themselves lately. As I said, 2-0 against Gambit in the in the group stage. They made it 3-0 to the playoffs. And whilst they did fall at the first hurdle of rematching Gambit, they were otherwise pretty consistent. And now so consistent that, well, through their grit and really great teamwork, they take on Navi 2-0.
I do believe we have the bracket ready for us, though.
Indeed,
we are
we
going
do.
to be taking a look at that. Right here, you can see, of course, Gambit, Esports, and Akuma in the upper finals. But in the lower bracket, we are going to be seeing Virtuspro versus Team Spirit. Now, Team Spirit, they have been great, but I am definitely going to be interested in watching them play against Virtuspro because that is going to be their next test. And I honestly believe that if they can beat Navi, that Virtuspro, it kind of has to be no problem at that point.
Well, that's going to hurt me as a VP fan. VP, bearing in mind they did 2-0 Spirit coming into this tournament in a decent fashion. That was over at DreamHack Masters to knock them out of the group stage. Then I think VP lost 2-0 to Navi. So it could even be a saving grace that they're facing Spirit rather than Navi in this matchup. However, what I want to know is what's going to happen with Akuma and Gambit. Gambit have beaten Akuma in the past. Will they be able to replicate it, though, with the form that this team is showing? I think we could genuinely see Akuma in the finals. Whether it be from the upper or lower bracket, I do not know. But Virtuspro, Spirit, I don't know how they'll fare against these young guns who are absolutely obliterating every Tier 1 team they come up against. It is scary to look at right now, just how, obviously not out of nowhere, but sort of at the same time, from the lower levels of the CIS scene, they have skyrocketed. Like flipping cryptocurrency all the way up to the moon, and they're taking down all of the Titans left, right, and center. My prediction out of nowhere is that Akuma will make this final.
Yeah, and something that I also want to say is, I mean, this event, of course, Akuma, if they make it into the final, of course, the top 5 of this RMR event will be invited into the next one. Now, for an Akuma, this is going to be so much more important than for any of these other teams, I would believe so, because Akuma, they come from so far. They, I do believe they qualified all the way at the Open Qualifier. I may be wrong in saying that, but I do believe that's something that we mentioned before, because they are pretty new to the scene. I mean, not new to the scene as a team, but to this level, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
So if they can keep making it far in this one. They will claim that number 5 spot because right now Entropiq are still above them because Akuma have a point reduction due to the fact that they did replace Fen Vicious with Jackie. And I do believe that was while they have already played an open qualifier, so that is why they get that reduction. So if they keep going at it, they will be in the next one. And I mean, at this point, even if they're not top 5, I think they definitely deserve a close qualifier invite.
Yeah, no, 100%. If they don't get a close qualifier invite, that would be insanity. But the fact that they're already top 5 at this event is crazy because they're in the upper bracket right now. There's no way they can.
Oh yeah, at the event. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, at the event, there's no way they can come out of what, top 4. Like I said top 4, didn't I? Okay, I'm not going crazy. But what is crazy is that this is our last time casting the Epic League CIS RMR event. It has been an incredible journey watching all of these teams. Some of them come from absolutely nothing, making it into the playoffs, like the boys over at Akuma. It's been great watching Virtuspro. As a huge fan myself, it's definitely been a great honour seeing Navi twice, even though they got absolutely battered both times 2-0 by different opponents. It's been a fantastic experience for us. And the majority of the time, thank you to the warm welcome from the audience sitting at home. I know this has been a life-changing experience for both myself and from White. So, well, White, I mean, I'm not going to steal all the limelight. Is there anything you'd like to add to my comments?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to repeat the same. Thanks a lot to all of you for welcoming us with open arms. Some welcoming us with closed arms, and I don't mind, honestly. We're new here. We're the new kids on town, the new kids on the block. So I just want to say, thanks a lot for all the people that were there supporting us. And it's been an absolute blast right here. I mean, I'm quite new to the CIS scene myself. Of course, we all watch the big teams in the CIS, but the lower ranked teams, they are quite new for me as a caster. So I definitely enjoyed watching the differences between the different scenes because CIS Counter-Strike, they definitely have a very special playstyle compared to some other teams. Of course, I honestly really love the way
pick Dust 2 go win is a pretty good CIS
yeah
tactic.
I mean Duster as well, for sure. It's great to see that map a lot, and I feel like there's a lot of maps that just are like, nope, we're not playing that one. I don't think we casted Train a single time in this one. Us two together.
I mean, us two together. Train is on the way out. I can see why it wasn't casted much. This we may have seen the last ever Train matchup on competitive Counter-Strike because you saw what happened to Cobble, man. Cobble and Cash, they were ripped from us, never to be seen again in the same iteration or the competitive map pool. I would love 2017 Cobble back in the map pool. That would just make my life.
Yeah, me too. Not the new one because they ruined it.
No, they butchered it at the Halloween update. We don't talk about the Halloween update. I still have flashbacks sometimes. But going into what we're here for, thank you so much to Epic League for the experience. It's been a pleasure casting both the CIS and Oceania RMR tournaments. Some great Counter-Strike through and through. And, well, we hope to be back for another event. As we both said, we have a lot to learn. If you guys do have any nice comments or criticisms for us, then
feedback is welcome.
Feedback is welcome. Our DMs are always open.
Just leave the shirt alone. I love it.
we're gonna stop the rambling on. Yeah. It's been a great day. Virtuspro with a 2-0, followed by Spirit with a 2-0, and now a fantastic rematch in the next match for the lower bracket. Will be upon us very, very shortly. In the meantime, I've been Sneaky Beaky. This has been White. It's been a pleasure, and we hope to see you all again sometime soon.
Thanks for having us.
There are only a few seconds to close this round. A headshot! Nice! Fist bumps go to the teammates.